If y'all ain't here so far, man, make sure y'all like it alive. Make sure y'all share the live. Like the live, share the live. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. NBA gonna come in like 2 hours prior. If I had to assume, like 2 hours, hour and a half probably actually. Music stopping at right after the song.
An annual Boost membership just got even better.
Damn, Pandora hit me with an ad already.
Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us.
Pandora hit me with an ad that fast.
Enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Fries, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
There's just something about different chicken McNuggets and sweet and sour.
My last time doing Pandora, bro.
Something about them and creamy ranch that just sends me.
I barely use it, Joe. So it's like, what's the point? I don't even use Pandora.
Spicy chicken McNugget in their bag. I can grab a 20-piece order regular or spicy for just $6. I can even order and pay ahead in the Big D app. There's just something about this deal.
Justin, what's good?
Dipping into. It's an anticipation that it cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Man, it's actually a good song, y'all. Hold on, this is actually a good song. I gotta let this go a little bit. This is the last song. This is the last song.
Yeah, I didn't mean it when I said I didn't love you so. I should have held on tight and never.
Sound different.
I didn't want nothing.
You know, I was
foolish. I was lying to myself. Yeah, I could not fathom I would ever be without your love. Never imagined I'd be feeling different by myself. I didn't know you, didn't know me, but I don't know everything. I never felt.
Yeah, this don't sound like I say Mariah Carey, but it's not Mariah Carey. Like, am I tripping? Like, nah, I can't. I'm done. I'm good. This don't even sound like Mariah Carey. That just threw me off, huh? No funny. Now I gotta go play the real version for that. There we go. My bad, man. I had to actually go play the song now. Novi, what's up, Mo? What's up with this kid, Bob? I didn't let you so. I never should have let you go. I was lying to myself. If y'all ain't here, y'all make sure y'all liking the live. If y'all ain't here, make sure y'all liking the live.
knew everything I did.
Can't sleep at night. You all on my mind. Radio. And here, baby, baby, I only think of you. This the last song, y'all. Shout out to my guy CG, man. Shout out to my guy CG, man. If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. What's going on, Black? What's good, bro? I did you a favor last night. Don't ever forget that. I did you a favor last night. Come back, baby, please. TJ, what's good? Who's gonna take your place, baby? Nobody better. Oh, baby, baby. Shout out Mariah Carey. Shout out to everybody that's in here so far. Honestly, it is a lovely Tuesday. It is a lovely Tuesday. Inside of Facts and Stats. Welcome back to another daily Facts and Stats sports show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time until typically around like 2, 3. And yeah, then we proceed, whether that's playback, whether that's chilling, whether that's just a watch party, whatever the case may be. But welcome to the best show in the world. If you don't know, this is a phenomenal sports show, sports platform, sports network, period. Fact Black. This is a beautiful day. Let me put that on the screen. It's a beautiful day to be a part of the Fact and Stats family. I mean, I can't stress that enough. It's a beautiful day to be a part of the Fact and Stats family. Black just became a part. Look, you know why that mean a lot? So you know why that means so much to me? Black just became a part of the family like last month, a month and a half ago. Black know me from gaming on TikTok. That's how Black know me. Black know me from gaming on TikTok a couple of months ago. Black didn't know Fact and Stats on Twitter. Black didn't know Fact and Stats on Playback. Black didn't know Fact and Stats on YouTube. And he already feel like he a part of the family. Shout out to Black. Black a real one. Black been rocking for the last month straight. Watch parties, the show, straight. Black, I am about to get back on 2K too, by the way. I'm about to get back gaming on 2K. I just downloaded Warzone last night. I'm not good at it, but I am determined to be a better player on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, you was me back live on TikTok literally as soon as this week for sure. With that being said, though, I feel great today. Obviously, we're going to talk about the hey, off ball made me a lot of money. Off ball made me a lot of money, Chan. Off ball made me a lot of money. That this past summer, off ball made me a lot of money. That's a fact. But we're going to talk about the Cowboys Texans recap. We're going to dive into any fantasy football questions that anybody in the chat may have, but also highlighting the Fact and Stats Fantasy Football League, giving y'all an update on what's going on with that. Then we're going to get to one of the favorite things. My favorite thing about Fact and Stats over the last 2 years is the weekly top 15 power rankings. And then immediately following the power rankings, we have the NBA 11-18 recap. For all the games yesterday, we're going to dive into them, whether that's looking at the box score, whether that's seeing highlights, whether that's having somebody come on the stage that actually watched the game and talk about it, what went down. Another good thing, we get to see competitive basketball tonight. Not saying that's a thing every single night, but we got NBA Cup Day 3 today. That is highlighted with the Celtics versus the Cavaliers. So we're going to dive into that matchup today as well. Who do we have winning and why? Keys to victory, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Shout out to Shaggy. Shaggy popped in the chat, spamming the Facts and Stats logo. So that's what today's going to look like. Again, I appreciate every single body that's in here so far. Thank y'all for being inside of Facts and Stats. It's a phenomenal day. Slowly but surely, the platform will continue to grow. So I need everybody in here to do me a favor, man. I mean, if you are in here, first and foremost, make sure you like the video. The most likes that a live stream have, I think, is 54. We are seeing that 8 right now to start. If you are in here right now, make sure you like the video. Like the video. If you are in here right now, make sure you like the video. Also, make sure you share it. Whoever, it doesn't matter who it is. You know, this is an open platform. I'm big on speaking your mind, building a platform that allows people to speak your mind. If you check the website, you're going to see that in the I can't remember what it is. I think the vision. If you check the website, you're going to see that in the vision. No, our mission, I'm sorry, is to be a platform that allows everyone to have a voice when it comes to expressing how they feel around various topics. Typically that's sports, but it could be anything in general. And I had that vision, and that was my mission, and I've been doing so. Shout out to Ari in the chat as well. Shout out to all the members, bro. No funny shit. Shout out to all the members. Everybody in here so far rock with Facts and Stats, but the members, nobody, don't feel guilty. It's just me speaking my mind. I'm big on speaking your mind. But the members rock with Facts and Stats. Like everybody in here so far rock with Facts and Stats, but the members rock with Facts and Stats because they extending their support. You know what I'm saying? And they're extending extra support for me and my journey when it comes to trying to grow Facts and Stats, when it comes to trying to make Facts and Stats as big as possible and things of that nature. They're extending that support. Shout out to Miles and Justin spamming the Facts and Stats logo in the chat. Shout out to Two Turn spamming the Facts and Stats logo in the chat. So with that being said, again, make sure you all share this, no matter who it is. It can be your cousin, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, whoever. I'm pretty sure some of y'all probably in Twitter group chats or phone group chats where y'all talk about sports. Hit that share button, copy that link, and send that link out to whoever you know that love to talk sports, and then tell them, listen, it's a young black man named Ev or Everett. Nobody call me Everett. Call me Ev. He hosts the sports show. He started his sports show 2.5 years ago. Around the NBA playing. I gotta update that. I gotta fix that, Ari. I gotta resize that. But yeah, he started this around the NBA playing, and he been grinding. He been doing this every day. He even took it to a full-time role. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. So make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share. Most importantly, I'm grinding to 1,000 subscribers. I've been doing the show strictly on YouTube for the last month. And it will continue. I'm laughing at Art. It will continue in every day going forward. Every day, Monday through Friday, will be live on YouTube only, while still utilizing Playback. So if you are in here, you're not subscribed to the platform, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have 662. 662. I think that's like 338 away from 1,000. Yeah, I think that's right. 338 from 1,000. I think that's right. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you don't. Also, tell a friend about Facts and Stats. Shout out to Jordan Woods. Josiah, what's good, Birdie? On top of that, there are check out the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you all follow the platform on those. Make sure you follow Facts and Stats on those platforms. I distribute clips from podcast episodes that I record. I did my first clip, not my first one, period, but I did one of the clips that I want to post this morning so far about my thoughts on Paige and her potentially fitting alongside Rike and on the Dallas Wings. I also have more clips to post as well. So yeah, make sure you all check that out. If you see any clip anytime, make sure you all like it and or retweet it or even quote tweet it. All that's greatly appreciated. Next, you have the website. I now have my set day. My set shipping day is gonna be Friday. So if you ever order anything on the website, when I make my post office runs, it'll probably be once a week. Because I want to have a set schedule. It'll probably be once a week. I don't want to be scrambling around and saying, oh, I got to do that. No. It's going to be a set day. If you ever order anything on the website, just expect it to be shipped on a Friday. Friday will be my set day to go to the post office. Post office where I'm at now is like 7 minutes from me. So it'll be that. But either way, check out the website for the apparel. I am rocking the latest, most popping hoodie right now. Over 5+ people ordered it. The Fact and Stats Forest Green hoodie. It's a forest green hoodie with black lettering. I like it. I can't wait to wear it with my Timbs personally. When it get a little colder outside, which is sort of kind of what it is a little bit in the DMV. It's a chill day today though. It's factandstats.us for any Fact and Stats apparel. I'm gonna flash that on the screen for y'all real quick, just sort of kind of see what the website look like, and see some of the options. And then we'll continue working around. These are all the Fact and Stats hoodies that are highlighted on the page. As you can see here, the forest green hoodie, purple, gold, cream, pink, 2 different color pinks, by the way, black, gray, etc. All the sweatpants. You can hit view all to see more. All these shirts, if you purchase any of these shirts, they're already ready. They're ready to be shipped. And again, I will ship that on Friday as well. All these shirts are on sale. You can get your shirt for low as $15. You can get a long sleeve gym type of shirt, like a compression type shirt, for as low as $20. So you can see items are marked down under the What's on Sale tab. So make sure y'all check that out. Again, it's factandstats.us. Black Timbs. Nah, we don't wear black Timbs where I'm from. Well, I don't wear black Timbs. I can't speak for anybody else. I don't wear black Timbs. You don't really see too much. You don't see black Timbs in the DMV. That's probably a New York thing, with all due respect. As you see in the chat, man, I see, as I'm looking at, I see nothing but math skills on point for sure, Jordan. Nobody in here, and I say this humbly, when it comes to numbers, nobody in here can mess with me in that department. And I'm trying not to curse them more. When it comes to strictly numbers, I'm not no math wizard, guys. I don't do X, Y, Z, GHL. I don't do that type of stuff. When it comes to numbers, nobody can mess with me in that department. Jordan Wilson, why should we go to Playback today? Remember you said that. Why should we go to Playback today? I love a child. I just did. I did this like a month or 2 ago, and I made Josiah look like a fool. I made Z Farm look like Z Farm. I made Z Farm look like a fool. I think I made T look like a fool, and whoever else stepped out there, right? I think even Exo. You say you're much better. Okay, all right. We'll talk about that. When I look to the right, I see nothing but a lot of greens. Yeah, that means they are members. They are members of the Fact and Stats YouTube community. And if they can, you can. There are 4 different ways to extend your support for Facts and Stats. First and most important is becoming a member on the Fact and Stats side. There are 3 different levels you can become a member as: level 1, level 2, level 3. I don't look at any of them any different. I just appreciate the extended support. Level 3 members, you do have a discount code. If you ever want to order anything off the website, please DM me or reach out to me first, and I'll give you the discount code. And like I said, they all have different customized perks. They all have the ability to send emojis in the chat like Black just did. That shade to Josiah and XO. Like Black just did. The easiest way that I know to become a member is doing it on a desktop. I believe there is a way to do it on the phone too. I don't know too much about that way though. I know some people join on the phone, but I don't know too much about that way. On top of becoming a member, and I will be promoting this throughout the show, you can send super chats, super stickers, and super thanks. I think super thanks are just for videos, like shorts and things like that. But you can send super chats and super stickers, whether it's $1, whether it's $5, whether it's 27. All the extended support will be greatly appreciated. So thank you. Become a member, man. I want to do the boom, boom, boom. I want to see who's gonna be the next member. Also, remind me on this, like, who I told y'all yesterday I had 2 hoodies that I just want to get off. Like I wanted to get out. Whoever the next member, I don't know how y'all feel about this. It's a white hoodie. It's a white hoodie in large. I will give whoever becomes the next member white hoodie in large for free. Whoever becomes the next member will get the white hoodie in large for free. That's for free. Whoever the next member, you get the white hoodie enlarged for free. And no matter what level you pick, you're getting it on a discount regardless. So keep that in mind. I'll be saying that throughout the show. Whoever is the next member, you will get a white hoodie enlarged for free. On top of that, we have playback.tv/facts and stats. The playback room is where, oops. All right. The playback room is where we watch live NBA games. It wasn't a hoodie, it was a shirt. All right. And you didn't reach out to me. I told y'all to reach out to me. I can't do so many different things. I think it was a shirt. Yeah, it was a shirt. You trying to trick me. It was a shirt. I told y'all to reach out to me. If anybody that I said that to, it was Jordan Woods, Ari. I remember the names. Jordan Woods, Ari, and B, I think. Just reach out to me what color shirt, and I'll let y'all know what I have available. Or I'll let me know the size, and I'll let y'all know what I have available. How about that? Playback.tv/facts and stats is where we watch live NBA games together. Playback.tv/facts and stats is where we watch live NBA games together. There's over 1,500 members in the Facts and Stats playback room. Again, we watch NBA games in there every single night. Full disclosure, not full disclosure. I gotta make this announcement. I've been noticing the trend over the past week or two. I'm included in this. We do not watch NBA games for your parlays. We do not watch NBA games for your parlays. If a team is up 25 and you want to see if Dante Exum get one more layup, I'm sorry. You have to pull that up on your phone. You got to pull it up on
Galaxy 1K. At Galaxy 1K.
You got to pull that up on your other device. We do not watch games for your parlays. The purpose of watch parties is to watch the best games of the night. We have one or two games that we highlight at a particular hour, and then we will shuffle to other games when it's on commercial break. But when that main game come back, we put it back on the main game. Again, I am included. I am not putting it on. I'm not putting a game on the screen for my parlay purposes. It's just an announcement. PSA. We do not watch games for your parlay. The purpose of this is to watch the best games of the night. So when we come back the next day, we can talk about what the best games of the night. Okay. So for example, tonight we have the Celtics and Cavs. We're only watching the Celtics and Cavs until a game goes on commercial. Then we're going right back to the Celtics and Cavs. And then we're going to go to the Oklahoma City Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder against the Spurs at 9:30. And then soon as that Lakers game start, we're going to shuffle between those games. But the main watch today is the Celtics and Cavs. But the Lakers and Jazz will shuffle with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Spurs. So I had to make that announcement. We are not watching games for I don't care who you are. Again, I'm included. At Galaxy 1K, BJ said he is famous for that shit. He literally famous for it, bro. Bro, the Warriors can be up 25 points. Bro, I'm trying to see if Buddy Hield get one more three. Like, nigga, what? You got 40, 50 people in here trying to watch a basketball game and you want to put it on a pool game for your parlay? We're not doing that. I had to make that announcement, bro.
Thank God I don't do that bullshit.
I had to make that announcement. It was me, then B. It was me, then me and B asked for a hoodie. I got her.
No
Okay,
Wimby tonight too. OKC minus 30.
Nice audio. Shaggy, you feel me? Okay. Okay, so Ari, text me, please, as far as that hoodie that Jordan just passed to you. If the game has 5 minutes left until halftime, do not turn it off to watch a game that's just started. Yes, preach. Yes. Facts, Shaggy. Facts.
Shaggy, don't worry about it, bro.
Like,
I've been slumming, bro. Best flipper is officially back, bro. I've been slumming, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Some shit been going on, but you know what I mean? I'm locked now, bro. I'm locked.
It's too many poo flippers. Like, see me, I'm always scouting. I'm always peeping. Who, you know what I'm saying? Like, 11-10 been doing some flips lately. Another shot. Lily is terrible at flips. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Lily should not even touch the remote. Lily is dead god awful. Low is dead god awful.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even know Lily do that shit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's really the only people that really touch the remote, for real. I be peeping in that. T is okay. T is good. T is good at it. T is good at what he do. But those are some of the ones that are just some terrible flippers, bro. And I had to make this announcement real quick so we can proceed in better state or standing tonight in the foreseeable future. So yeah, man. All right, now I got that off my chest. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Also, if you are a creator, bruh, if you are a creator, please feel free to flip. Like, I feel like a game should never be on commercial break. Especially if I'm not sitting in my chair. If I'm not in my chair right here, that means I'm maneuvering. That means I'm out. I'm probably on my phone or whatever the case may be, right? But if I'm in this chair, I'm the flip god. I'm flipping my ass off. We not seeing a commercial break. But if I'm not in this chair, please, all creators, you have the ability to step up to the plate and change the channel. All creators, you have that ability to do so, as long as we still feature the main game. But we should not see commercial breaks, especially at the 7:30 hour, the 8 o'clock hour, when we have 5+ games on typically. Kenny, what's the word? All right. So yeah, man. Next person that become a member, you will get a free white Facts and Stats hoodie. The size is large. The next person to become a member, you get a free Facts and Stats hoodie. The size is large. If you need a size bigger than that, I have 2X. So whoever the next person to become a Facts and Stats, the next two people that become a Facts and Stats member, I have a large hoodie in white and a large hoodie in 2X to give away. The next two people, I have 2 white hoodies to give away, large and 2X. And then make sure you sign up and join the Facts and Stats Playback Room. I'm pretty sure that's in the description as well. But then also, if you gamble, seem like I only can hit one freaking bet a day. Hey, if you still owe me a shirt, let me notate that. I don't like that. You a member and I owe you a shirt. I don't like that. I don't like that. Hold on. One second, y'all. I gotta pause the show. I gotta take care of that. Q Sims, ship you a shirt on Friday, 1000%. Word 2.
No funny, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It'd be 12 creators up there, and nobody flips.
Q Sims, I got you notated. And you're a medium. Q Sims medium. I'm gonna also notate Ari hoodie, because Ari getting a hoodie from Jordan. No, I just notated Ari hoodie. I literally just notated Ari hoodie. You good? All right, so we're good. Q Sims, all right. Yeah, gambling Discord, man. Feel free to join the Fact and Stats gambling Discord. I'm pretty sure the link is in the description as well. Anybody can join. I only can hit one bet a day. I'm bogus. I only can hit one bet a day. That's gonna take us to the main thing. Who sold your parlay last night? I did a builder. Devin Booker couldn't get 20. Giannis couldn't get 24. Then really all I did, my main plays came from football. Couldn't nothing tell me Joe Mixon and Nico Collins was not gonna get into the end zone. Nico Collins obviously is the first play of the game. The touchdown got called back. The thing about what I did last night, I basically put the same amount of money on 2 different parlays. So it's basically like a straight bet. So if one parlay hit, I still got my money back. I'm good. So that's what happened last night. I'm not mad, but it would have been good to really hit numerous bets. I just needed Nico Collins to get 1 touchdown, and I could have cashed 3 extra parlays. Obviously, the extra parlays I put less money on, so I'm not losing nothing. But yeah, Nico Collins showed me last night, man. Blame Laramie. Nico should have scored, man. I ain't hearing that shit. Cade couldn't get you 1 more point. Cooper Rush you 51 times last night.
Yeah.
The fuck?
They should have won that game, bro.
Anybody else got sold last night? And while I'm waiting for someone to pop in the chat, yeah, not Ari, Hollywood. I'm excited for Paige, 1, to eventually get drafted by Dallas, and I'm also excited for Paige to play alongside a guard like Enrique. Why? Because I feel like they're going to eventually make it work, and I feel like it'll be a nice 1-2 in the backcourt, similar to what we've seen out of Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. I'm not saying it's going to be the same exact look, because I think CC is one of the best playmakers, if not the best playmaker in the NBA right now, and she's just a better playmaker than Paige. Period. Paige is a good point guard, but she's also like a good scoring, like a more so like a scoring. I think CC is more of a winning passer than Paige. Let me put it like that. She's a better passer than her, period. So I think eventually Paige will become the best person on that team. And if Satu returns, the three best players on that team will be Paige, Enrique, and Satu, and I think that'll be pretty good. And like I said, I'm excited to watch them in the backcourt together because I think Enrique can feed off of Paige, and Paige can make the game easier for her the same way Kayla Clark makes the game easier for Kelsey Mitchell. Anish, I'm gonna address you as well. Yeah, man. The first thing that I saw when I saw that Giannis clip, I'm like, damn, his foot was out of bounds. Like, I'm like, I could have sworn he's stepping on the line. The ref wasn't even looking at the line though. The ref was already looking down the court, so the ref couldn't see it. Like I said, shit happens, bro. The refs are human beings. I'm almost certain if I was a referee, if Joe was a referee, if Justin was a referee, if Chan was a referee, if Hollywood was a referee, if Ari was a referee, if Shaggy was a referee, we all would get some calls wrong or we all would miss some calls. It's life. It happens. It happens. One thing I never do in sports talks is bring up referees because we can't control it. It happens. So it is what it is. There's always plays throughout the game that you can put yourself in or take care of to avoid those situations. You know, y'all wouldn't get shit wrong. You wouldn't miss a thing. That's crazy. That's literally impossible. But Harden couldn't get 15 points. Okay. All right. Let me see. Before we get the show started today, let me see. We're at 15 likes with 37 people watching so far, y'all. Make sure you all like the video. If you are in here, make sure you all like the video. And Jaja, man, head to the stage, Jaja. It's your time. Head to the stage. If anybody wants to come to the stage, it is the pinned message on the YouTube chat. If anybody wants to come to the stage, it's the pinned message in the YouTube chat. We want to need some folks to come to the stage. Not really for the Texans and Dallas game, but mainly for the power rankings that's coming up. Not really for the Texans and Cowboys game, but mainly for the
Jaja, y'all should have got the shit beat out y'all for real.
So,
and I promise you, in the playoffs, it's going to happen.
Is the Texans defeating the Cowboys 34-10 last night. I believe this helped them move to 7-4 on the season. This helped them move to 7-4 on the season. And thankfully, we have a Texans fan inside of Facts and Stats. So we can allow him to give a deep dive into the game, what he felt went right, what he felt possibly went wrong, whatever the case may be. Jaja, good morning, brothers. Good to see you in here. I guess you can say good win last night, man. Not really too good when you see Cooper Rush through for 354 yards, though. That's rather concerning to me. How do you feel about the game overall?
Yeah, man. Y'all can hear me. I'll make sure I just came up here.
No, we can't hear you.
Is Jaja talking? Hello?
Hey, y'all can hear me?
No, we can't.
All right.
Yo, hello? Okay, I can hear you.
You can hear me up?
I can hear you now. I can.
All right, cool. All right, so as far as the game is concerned, like going into, I want to see a few things. One, an offense we could score in the second half, and two, the defense could really be dominant in this case. So first of all, start with offense because that's been most of the concern. Talk about around town, everything like that. So, we was able to get the Rennigan going with Joe Mixon, but that wasn't too surprising with me because apparently Cowboys haven't had a good rush defense all year. So, Mixon going off wasn't really too surprised, especially when you see his lines around betting lines around 80 yards at least. So, he was able to have a good day as well. I want to see the CJ Nico connection start off, but first game Nico should have scored. Legal man downfield by Tunsil can't do that. But then you can see CJ against rhythm early on, and then you could see that 5 weeks time miss. Stroud threw a pass, went on the same page, and there was an interception there. So we got to work on better communication from that standpoint there. But as far as the offense was concerned, I like how we was able to. We actually made the line change from Kenyon Green got hurt, added Patterson at center, and moved Juice at guard. It's really was some up and down play, but I'm glad the pass protection was better. CJ only got sacked once yesterday, which is a really good improvement there. But we could do a better job there as far as the run blocking is concerned. But because really, Joe Mixon is making a lot of things happen more than the actual run blocking itself. So. That's something we have to work on there. And then as far as the defense is concerned, at first it was a lot of aggressive play call by D'Amico, but then it got to bend but don't break a little bit when one or two guys went out, and also Miko usually plays cautious when Kamari Lassiter is out and he doesn't play, which he could have but didn't. But he didn't in this case, and that's why Cooper Rush was able to get the yards that he has because Cooper, that was the most yardage we've given up all season long. Like before rush, we haven't allowed a QB to go over 250 yards all season.
Okay.
So I'm not so when guys like Will get back, guys like Mara get back, guys like Folakasa get back, I'm not too concerned about defense letting up too many big passing performances because this was a one or a 2 time situation where that's happened. But if it does happen, then I'll bring it up. But it's not really that big of a concern for me. And also, I think Henry, Toto, our other linebacker that play aside from Aziz, I think he got hurt as well. So once we get some guys back and healthy at that position, I'm not really concerned about the defense at all. It's just improving on that second half scoring coming out of halftime. Made some strides there, but I would like to see some more passes and more rhythm into the end zone. Like Mixon's great, running the ball, and that's cool. And I'm glad we went to it because it worked yesterday. But just going for a season, that's something I would like to see. And if that happens, then this team could be complete because once Will, Daniil, Autry get on the field together and all rushing at the quarterback along with Folakowski and Mario in the middle, it's going to be very hard for defenses to be able to sit back and throw the ball. And Stingley had a great game as well. Been playing great for most of the year as well.
Yeah, Stingley was balling. I think he even dropped another interception. Didn't he have an interception? I think Stingley had an interception.
Yeah, he dropped one.
Yeah, he dropped one.
He had another one. Yeah, and then Caleb Bullock, we got to work on some things because even though Miko gave Akuda a chance, he got beat. But you can't. That's bad safety play by Bullock there. He should have had a pick six.
Yeah.
So.
And also, Daniil Hunter, he had a good game last night.
Right.
Two sacks. Overall, man, I mean, Joe Mixon, man, 3 touchdowns, 20 carries, 109 yards. You can't really ask for more. As far as the Cowboys side of things, this is what the rest of the season is going to look like. I mean, they have 7 more games to go. Don't doubt Dak Prescott plays again this year. I know he placed on IR. I don't know if he was season ending. I would assume so. I can't remember, honestly.
Bro, Dak is done.
Yeah, 8 catches, 93 yards for CD with 12 targets. Turpin also had 86 yards with a touchdown. But other than that, man, I mean, it's really just going to be a whatever type of season. Seeing the season ending, okay, I can't remember. It's just going to be whatever type of season for these Cowboys and see where they fall in the draft, honestly. I have nothing to say, man. I mean,
hey, shout out to CD. He produced without his guy. That's what I like to see right there.
Yeah, I think
hopefully the Cowboys can win some more games.
It said the freaking Cowboys.
They don't really need to be honest, but yeah, I don't know.
It said they lost 6 straight games by 20 or more at home.
They haven't won at home since last.
I was about to say they haven't won a home game all year, bro.
That's ridiculous, bro. Like 6 straight games at home. They're only 5 at home on the season, and they lost 6 straight games at home by 20 or more.
They home opener. They fucking got their head beaten by 50.
So that's that for the Dallas Cowboys, man. I don't really have nothing extra to say about that game. The Texans moved to 7-4. Standing wise, they're still obviously top of their division. More than likely going to win their division. And that's pretty much that, So no extra words.
Jalen Tolbert the ball, bro. That's what they need to do.
Oh, trail by 20 at one point. Okay. So that's that for the Cowboys and Texans. It was really just a brief pit stop. We're going to spend a lot of today diving into the NBA, and a lot of time on the power rankings as well. Next, I'm gonna take y'all to the Facts and Stats. Jaja, thank you too. I'm gonna take y'all to the Facts and Stats Fantasy Football League. This is another quick pit stop. If you are in here, y'all don't forget to like the video. Hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, and if you're not subscribed to the platform, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Scoreboard real quick from this past week, man. I went up against BJ. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put me at the top. Yeah, I went up against BJ, and y'all know how I was 2-6. I'm now 5-6. I am I am what it means when you think of bending, not breaking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 2-6. Backs against the wall. You got everybody in the league making fun of me. You got Shaggy making fun of me. You got Jordan making fun of me. You got Lowe making fun of me. And now I'm 5-6 with opportunity to potentially make the playoffs.
Why are you perping that?
I'm not perping. We talking. I'm just having a
Go
regular.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
And now I'm 5-6. Not likely that I make the playoffs, but it's still possible. Always have faith. I went up against BJ this week. We both was 4-5, going 4-6, going into the matchup. So we really, I think me and him, it may be Rye, are the guy that's on the outside that's potentially trying to make the playoffs. Rye's on a crazy losing streak. I'll get to that in a second. But when you come up to me and BJ matchup real quick, I have a hell of a team, which if you've been keeping up or when I've been showing this on a week-to-week basis, you will know. Jalen Hurts gave me 18 points. Brees Hall gave me 31 points. Chase Brown, one of my best additions mid-season in a while, probably. He gave me 19 points. Zay Flowers scored a touchdown. AJ Brown gave me 11. Brock gave me 31 points. And then the CeeDee Lamb gave me 18 points. Bench don't matter. BJ side of things, he had Joe Burrow give him 29. K9 and AK give him around 13 points, basically. Jordan Addison give him 15. Brian Robinson give him 14. And that's pretty much that for BJ. BJ drops to 4-7. Like Jordan Wood said, you can be 7-7 and still make the playoffs. But obviously he got to win out. BJ got to win out. Wizard got to win out, and West got to win out. Anything is possible because it's really all comes to.
I ain't winning out. My team's fucked up. My whole team's on a bye week. I don't give a fuck. That shit was over week fucking 4 when I lost the West bomb ass team. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, it really all comes down to points forced. Like if somebody had the same record, whoever scored more points throughout the season, they will get that playoff spot. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what the I think that's what the settings is. I don't even look at this, to be honest. So playoff seeding points 4. Yeah, playoff seeding tiebreaker will be total points 4. That's why if me and Process finish with the same record, I'm probably gonna I'll make the playoffs over him. Miles, not really too realistic, but I'll make the playoffs over him. Shaggy got like 15 more points on me right now, but if we finish with the same record and I finish more points, I'll make the playoff over him. So that matters, guys. That matters. And we'll proceed to the next matchup of the week or next matchup that took place. We had Shaggy versus Miles. I mean, it's no hating shit. I know hating, but it's disgusting that Miles is probably gonna make the playoffs. I mean, the guy put up 53 points this past week. I mean, he don't know
just like his bum ass Cardinals.
He don't know how to manage a team. He don't know how to manage a team, bro. I mean, and everything went south for him when he did that trade with Process. It made no sense. Like it made no sense, bro. It literally made no sense.
Think it's a good trade. No, he got finessed.
I don't think it was a good trade at all.
Well, that was a clear cut finesse.
Yeah, Miles is a terrible manager, and these are the same people in here that was telling me. I remember like it was yesterday. Everybody that's in this league was telling me, "Oh, I punted on Marvin Neighbors too fast. I punted on Marvin Neighbors too early." I got Brock Bowers and T. Higgins and I think David for basically Marvin Harrison. Like, but I punted on Marv too early. I remember when y'all told me that. Now T. Higgins put up a hell of a performance last week for Rye, but that got me AJ Brown. So, I mean, it all worked out. Miles got stepped on this past week, 133-52. And he's struggling right now in the running back 2 and wide receiver 2 department. He started Braylon Allen for whatever fucking reason. And then he also had Gabe Davis and Darnell Mooney starting alongside Christian Watson. Marvin Harrison was on a bye week. But other than that, his team is shit. And it's sad to say, again, I'm not hating, but it's sad to say that he probably gonna make the playoffs. Because if I was to play him in the playoff, I'm smiling. Like I'm saying, thank you, God. Like, this is who I gotta play in the playoffs. This is the team.
And this team want me to give him one of my running backs. And what the fuck am I looking at? He don't got shit.
This team is piss poor or the real. So I mean, whichever one of y'all guys in the playoffs play him, man, shout out, do y'all thing. Shaggy on the other side of things, he had Russ give him 6, Derrick Henry gave him 10. David Montgomery went off and gave him 24. George Pickens gave him 17. Josh Downs gave him 19, and then CMC gave him 15. So good, well-rounded team. J-Mo had 22 on the bench. Stafford had 27 on the bench. And then Aaron Jones had 5 on the bench. So shout out to Shaggy. Good win. Shaggy moved to 6-5. I am right behind him though. Like I'm coming. Pause. I'm coming for sure. Next, Rod versus Jordan Woods. Jordan Woods is in the chat. I told y'all Rod's on a crazy losing streak. I think it's probably 5 now. I think Rod's on a 5-game losing streak, maybe 6. But Rod lost 136-93. Jordan Woods, to me, I've been telling y'all all year he has the best team. If I was not included, I think he has the best team. I mean, his team is ridiculous. I mean, Josh Allen gave him 24. A-Chain gave him 20. Gibbs gave him 19. Puka gave him 25. Drake gave him 9. Could be more. Swift gave him 16. Ingram gave him 8. And then he still has BTJ on the bench. This guy was a flop this year. Michael Pittman as well. But yeah, good way around the team for Jordan Woods, man. I mean, 2 good quarterbacks that can produce in fantasy and 2 in Josh. And then when you look at Rod team, Jordan Love, James Cook, he thought he was on one with this Aldrich guy. He read the fake reports about he's going to be RB1 and more heavily involved. And coaches be lying, guys. That coaches be lying. Okay, coaches lie. They lie. That's what they do. They lie. Nico Collins gave him 9. Cedric Tillman gave him 7. Jake got hurt, gave him 2. Cortland Sutton gave him 14. When you look at his bench, he had T. Higgins give him 29. I don't know why he didn't start T. Higgins. I don't know why he didn't start T. Higgins. Anytime T. Higgins is healthy, I'm starting T. Higgins. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying he would have won anyway, but yeah, that's surprising. T. Higgins, James Conner was on a bye, Keon Coleman, et cetera. So yeah, next matchup, I can skip Wesson, Wizard. I think both of those guys I can skip them. Like West is 4-7, Wizard is 4-7. Misha Opp can get skipped. Opp is 8-3 on the season. Shout out to Opp. Misha's 1-10 on the season. And Opp has a hell of a team. Opp has a hell of a Opp team is real strong. Opp team is real strong and well-rounded starting wise. So shout out to Opp. Yeah, Misha. I mean, her season is her season, bro. I mean, it is what it is. Her season is her season.
Slim, I ain't gonna lie, bro. 1 win is real life fucking terrible, bro. Like that shit not even funny, bro. That shit is fucking terrible, bro. Yeah. 1 win, bro.
Yeah, that's wild. Mish had a tough season for sure. And
Mish,
it wasn't even like
Mish out that bitch starting motherfucking Kenny Josiah and fucking Shaggy at receiver and running back.
Yeah, it's not even like she made a bad trade that messed her season up. She just drafted poorly. Like she just drafted terrible. Wes said, "Why you skip my match?" All right, dog. Wes is in the chat, y'all. Wes is 4-7 on the season. He beat Wizard by 2. He had a good week. Cooper Kupp gave him 28. Eckler gave him 17. Javonte Williams gave him 18. Sam Darnold gave him 23. Khalil Shakir, man, he had a good game against the Chiefs, gave him 15. And then the Broncos defense stepped up on 12 as well. And he got JSN. Did I give him JSN?
Send Cooper Kupp, Wes.
Damn, I gave him JSN. I gave him JSN and Eckler for Bucky and ETN. I got I did that for no. Okay, whatever. That don't matter. I did that for extra running back. I did that for extra
ass. The Jaguars are ass.
No, I did that for extra running back depth. And which is gonna bite me my ass this week. But yeah, everything I do is always for depth. But yeah, West moved to 4-7 on the year. Last matchup, man. I wish Process was in here. Oh, that's the fake West. My bad, Mo. My bad, Mo. I had a feeling I was the fake West. I'm like, bro, I could have sworn West got a profile pic. My bad, bro. I got baited. My bad, y'all. The fake West got me, dog. How the fuck is a fake West on YouTube, bro? Like, what are y'all doing, bro? You took the time out of your day to make a fake YouTube page of another grown man, bro. Like,
that's what happens. That's what happens when you love, bro. Think about it. A lot of celebrities got fake pages, bro.
We got a fake West on YouTube. Like this is insane. This is insane.
Wes, you doing something right, bro. You got millions of burners and fucking playbacks. Dion Sanders, oh my goodness.
Yo.
You got burners and playbacks, burners and YouTube. You doing something right, Wes.
Bro, I'm sitting here like, bro, that's I don't think that's the real Web. Like I thought he had a profile pic. I'm like, all right, whatever. Let me just keep bypassing it. Funny matchup of the week though. We had to end up the week. We had Low versus Process. Process swore he wasn't going to lose. Process is also 6-5 like Shaggy. Low moves to 8-3. Stamp playoffs. He won 120 to 106. Didn't have a best Lamar Jackson game or Jonathan Taylor or even Terry game. But he signed Will day of. He stepped up and gave him 18. Jettas gave him 14. Josh Jacobs gave him 23. And the Texans defense stepped up big time and gave him 17 last night to help secure the win. And he was also out without George Kittle, who was on a bye week. And then when you look at process side of things, he had Bijan and Saquon. Saquon gave him 34 points, basically. Adams gave him 13 points. Smitty gave him 7. Tucker Craft gave him 0. Enrico Dotto gave him 5. The process team, I've been saying this, y'all, and I stand on this. Process team is not good. Like, I'm not hating, but it's niggas that's about to get in the playoffs. The team is just not good. Yeah, you see Saquon and Bijan, hoo, ha, ha. This shit is not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let me get in the playoffs. Let me pray, Lord God. Pray some way, somehow you allow me to get into the Fact and Stats Fantasy Football Playoffs. I thank you for allowing me to have the amazing, well-rounded team that I have, and also putting me through learning lessons and showing me that sometimes you don't need to start a player over another player. I know bad things did not work in my favor. Ayuk and Jaden Daniels got injured in the same week, which made me lose. Also, this show made me lose a week one day when I meant to start Jaden Hurts. No, I meant to start Fields over Hurts. So this show made me lose 1 week as well. That's 2 losses right there. Anything else, I'll chalk it up. I'm sitting at 5-6, and I'm really supposed to be 7-4, and I'll take that on the chin. But Lord God, please guide me to the playoffs and allow my team to put on a hell of a performance and ultimately win the money. In Jesus' name and God's name, I pray. Amen. All right. I just did a prayer live on the show, dog. So listen. If I get them off, look at if I get them off, y'all see my team. Now, granted, I'm fucked up this week. My season could end potentially this week because I don't got no running back. All right. Chase Brown's on a bye week. Brees Hall on a bye week. ETN on a bye week. I'm fucked. All I got is Bucky Irving. I'm fucked. Realistically, I'm fucked this week. I can't lie. So that's probably gonna make me lose, but it is what it is. I'm gonna give y'all a dive into the standings that we move to the power rankings. Op and Low and Jordan Woods are sitting at 8-3. Shaggy is sitting at 6-5 with Process. Myself is at 5-6, and Rise 5-6. And then you have BJ, West, and Wizard sitting at 4-7. Again, you can be 7-7 and still make the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. Winning streak wise, Op is on a 7-game winning streak. Shout out to Op. I come in next with the next highest winning streak with a 23. I said 23 with a 3-game winning streak. And then Rise on a 5-game losing streak, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is what it is. I mean, at one point, Rise was 5-1, bruh. Rise was 5-1. I said that correctly, y'all. Rise was 5-1. I mean, talk about a sale job. You 5-1. You 5-1, and you want a 5-game losing streak this is fantasy football. And you want a 5-game losing streak? This shit crazy. And you got a good team. I don't know, bro. I don't know. What you mean? How at the end of the day, you the manager, bro? At the end of the day, you the manager. Like y'all told me, good team, bad management. You the manager. Ain't no way in hell you can allow yourself to lose 5 games in a row. It's your fault, bro. You can't blame nobody, but you gotta look in the mirror, right? Right. You gotta do this. Like this is why I keep it personal right here. It's okay to look in the mirror sometimes, bro. I got a mirror right here, right? I got a mirror right here. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and realize, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that true life evaluation. You need to have that fact and stats evaluation. Look in the mirror and think about your season. Look in the mirror and think about your season, bro, because you on a 5-game losing streak and you can't blame nobody but yourself. This is not Chris Godwin. Don't only try to blame Todd
Are
Bowles
you
and
being
Chris
real
Godwin.
right now?
I'm dead serious.
You're
On
a
a 5-game
smart.
losing
You're a
streak.
smart individual. Are you being for real?
I'm so serious, brother.
So I'm
Bro,
supposed to
I
control
don't know
how they
why
play
he's
on the
doing
field.
that.
You say you posted what?
I'm supposed to control how the coordinators and the QBs don't get certain players involved.
Cook.
Like how I'm supposed to control that?
Yep.
So all right. So why you think you want a 5-game winning
You
streak?
said T. Higgins. You can control that.
I said T. Higgins, but is that enough to beat Jordan? No, it's not.
Nah, but it helps. You let 29 points sit on the bench.
But
25,
does that
whatever.
You still
win me the
lost at the
matchup
end of the
though?
day, so it doesn't matter.
Like, does that win me the matchup? Like Nico Collins getting a touchdown call back yesterday. Does that like help? No, that puts me in a bad spot. Like it's a lot of stuff that's not in my control. Touchdown get called back. What am I supposed to do? Challenge the call? Which I want me to do?
Okay.
Guys just not performing on the field.
Okay. All right.
That
So
adds on the extra catch plus
Exactly.
the 80 yards
The
plus
catch,
the
the
touchdown. Like,
touchdown, and
bro.
the yards. Like, what you want me to do?
Trust and believe. I know, bro. Like I be losing close matchups off simple dumb shit.
Like it's the
I
same
got
with
the
betting.
players.
Like
I
you
got the
put
numbers.
guys
Guess
in the
what?
right spots.
No
You
fucking
pick the right spots in
touchdown.
betting, and guys just don't perform. Like that's how it is.
Example, bro. Kamar back to back. Well, for a while, he got the numbers. Cool.
Like Sergio
18,
Timmons.
17. But he doesn't get in the fucking end zone, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly.
Cooper Kupp, but not this week. Last week, Jettas. Last week, Jettas got the numbers. That's all good fun and games. But guess what? They don't get in the fucking end zone, so it really doesn't fucking matter. And
I'm
that one fucking
not
touchdown
tripping
can win
about it.
games.
It's just like he can't say I sell. He can't say I sold.
Bro. Don't worry, man.
I
Like,
don't know.
come on,
I'm
bro.
not but I think the average person will say that though, because with all due respect, and again, I don't know the weeks. I don't know what took place. But 5-1 and you lose to actual bad teams in Mish and West on back-to-back weeks. Again, I'm not looking at this. I don't know what happened in the matchup. But you
So
lost to Mish and West.
when we talk like this, can we show context and show the weeks of what happened?
Okay.
It's best to do that besides just speak like that.
I got you. All right. So when you lost to
Hey,
Mish,
you got the best team and you damn might miss the playoffs, bro. Like that's the crazy part. The two niggas trying to talk shit about the Mr. Playoffs.
No, I'm not even talking shit. I'm just the
teams.
host. And I'm just giving them a dive into the fact that that's fantasy football.
Literally, bro.
So let's
this Mish week is an excuse. There's nothing to say. Like right.
So let's look at Jordan.
Yeah, she just had a good.
Jordan Love is playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville doesn't have a good defense. You have Jaden Reed. You have Dontavian Wicks. You have Christian Watson. You should like the scoreboard up. Yes or no?
Right? For me, she just had a good week. Like she had everybody ball out. Ball out, right? So we can move off that. I don't know what happened in your West matchup.
And look at James Conner. James Conner versus Miami. Miami's not a good run D, but doesn't perform.
All right, so let's look at the West matchup. Where's West? Context do matter, so I don't know what happened. So I'm glad that you said that. Let's see. You had 86 points. You went with Caleb, Keon Coleman. Who do you have on the bench? That's when Cedric stepped up that time. Okay.
You grab Cedric, but you don't know what Cedric's going to do just yet.
Gabe Davis 0 though? What was that about?
What you want me to do? Christian Kirk is hurt. Like I lost 2 wide receivers for the season. And T. Higgins is hurt.
Okay. Oh, you got Shaggy this week. He said about his team was never that good to me.
Shaggy said that and literally was losing games with that juggernaut team.
All right, we don't got to dive too much into it, but I don't know. I just think a 5-game losing streak in fantasy is crazy, especially when you're 5-1 and you lose 5 straight. That's all. I'm not saying it's your fault, but that's just crazy.
You literally said I sold. I'm selling.
I mean, technically, you're the owner of the
How
team.
am I selling?
If I was 5-1, all right, let's be fair. If I was 5-1 and I went on a 5-game losing streak and I'm probably not going to play playoffs, nigga to say I sold.
You are a smart man. If I pass you the ball at the rim and I put you in a good position and you're wide open for a layup, is it my fault that you missed the layup?
All right, so in this situation, what can I say?
Just shortcomings. That's all. Teams not coming up. Players not showing up. That's it. Cause like I'm not starting nobody in no bad matchups. Like everything I do is based off matchups. Like Cedric Tillman could have had the Jerry Jeudy game, if we be honest.
Okay. I mean, I'll chalk it up. Listen, I feel how I feel. I know I can't be the only one that's on this side. You 5-1, you don't make the playoffs. I feel like you sold.
So Shaggy, just how you criticize people about they drafting, so you drafted a bad QB, so you can't draft QBs. That Prescott got hurt for that nigga.
Man, it's gonna be a crazy finish, bro. I don't know who's gonna win the league. I think it'll be one of us three, but one of the three teams at the top.
Who the hell you talking about?
The three teams at the top, I think.
I was about to say I'm not in that shit. Okay. Yeah. You still my pick though. You've been if I'm not making playoffs, you're my pick.
Trevor Lawrence being out does hurt BTJ's value, and then MPJ it's just a flop. It just is what it is. You gotta chalk it up.
Yeah.
It's the reverse of what happened last year, but I'll take that trade. And the trade still kind of worked out for me. Getting BTJ, he helped me with some weeks. Same weeks that Gibbs went off. So, but yeah, I think any one of us, I wouldn't give it lean anyway. I think we all got, they weaknesses are my strengths, and then vice versa. So I think that gonna be close.
Yeah. You low and op teams are ridiculous. And then obviously you can't rule out Shaggy where he got there.
Yeah,
too.
because them three backs.
I think. Yeah, but y'all got good backs and good wide receivers too. So
yeah,
that's like you got a small edge.
I can't have Drake. He can't. If I'm facing one of them, he can't give me 9. I need 15 plus. That's all. That's the only thing.
I know we on NFL, but did y'all just hear a report?
Yeah, I'm glad somebody called his ass out.
What did he say?
One of the stars on the Sixers called out Embiid. They challenged the All-Star and center Embiid, they say. So yeah, whoever it was, Paul George or Maxey called him out and challenged him or whatever the case may be. We'll dive into that context shortly. But that's what's going on in the fact that that's Fantasy Football League, y'all. This is obviously a big week. So y'all know I pick my matchup of the week on a week-to-week basis. And let's see what it's going to look like. Maxey called him out. Let's see what's going to look like. I mean, by default, I guess it's one of these two right here. By default, I don't really want to say me, but I guess it'll probably be this one right here. I'm going to be watching this matchup right here a lot. If Shaggy dropped to 6-6, I don't know. Rack can go to 6-6 too. This is
I get to sweep Shaggy.
Yeah, you get to see Shaggy.
Ooh, I get to sweep him because he ain't beat me last time.
Oh, okay, damn. Yeah, so this is the big matchup: Shaggy versus Ryan. Obviously, me and Jordan is a big matchup as well. I have to see what I can do as far as the running back department. If anything, I doubt it. But yeah, I mean, he still has a hell of a team, and I still have a good team as well too. But Shaggy and Ryan will be watching that one a lot, and then I'm praying Mish can pull off. Mish can do the biggest thing, the funniest thing ever. If she can upset processes,
update her team or lineups.
Yeah, she be doing her lineup still. She doing her lineup still. Okay. She can do the funniest thing ever if she be processed.
Miles, can you do me a favor, big bro? Miles need that.
No, another midweek from Kylie or Marv.
Yeah,
I mean, Low got hella people on bye next week, so he can lose next week too. But I'm trying to get that 1 seed back, so I got to win my matchup when I got a lot of buys this week. But it helps because you got some buys too. And then Lowe got a bunch of buys next week. You got Lamar out. You got hella people out next week. So hopefully.
Yep. So that's that. That's what's going on in the Falcons. That's Fantasy Football League, y'all. And I will definitely update y'all next Tuesday on things that's going on in the league and what it's looking like. We're also going to definitely dive into that Sixer stuff and all that. Joe Douglas also was fired. Jets GM, general manager. So looks like just gonna be going in a new direction next season, or trying to, hopefully. Next we have the Facts and Stats Fantasy. I said weekly top 15 power rankings. We have the Facts and Stats weekly top 15 power rankings. If you want to be a part of this, feel free to come to the stage. If you want to come to the stage, is the pinned message in the chat. If you want to come to the stage, it's the pinned message in the YouTube chat. Also, if you are in here, y'all, make sure you all like, while I'm pulling that up, if you are in here, make sure you like, comment, share, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe to Facts and Stats on YouTube. Round to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure y'all like the video. The most likes that I have on a video is 54. We're sitting at 23 likes right now. And if you are new here and you're just watching, you just scrolling on YouTube and you just watching, Facts and Stats is a daily sports show Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Hosted by me, Everett Jr. And I allow anybody to come on the stage and speak their mind, no matter who you are, around whatever the topic is, whether that's NBA, WNBA, NFL, baseball, etc. So that's what it looks like inside of Facts and Stats. Now we're going to do our weekly top 15 power rankings. This is my favorite thing about Facts and Stats so far. And then after that, we're going to be diving into some NBA stuff from the games yesterday, looking at the NBA Day Cup 3 games today, NBA Cup Day 3, NBA Cup Day 3 games today, and more. So that's what it's going to look like. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Bear with me. Jordan Wilson, welcome to the stage, brother.
What's up?
What's good? On top of that, there are 4 different ways you can extend your support for Facts and Stats while you're being in here or while you're in here, guys, which I do appreciate regardless. But you can become a member of the Facts and Stats community on YouTube. It's 3 different levels. All levels have 3 different all levels have different customized perks. And all have the ability to send emojis in the chat of me or whatever the case may be. What else I wanted to say about that? Also, on top of becoming a member, with the easiest way to become a member is on the desktop, by the way. If you want to become a member, the easiest way that I know is on the desktop. You just hit join. I think there's a way you can do it on mobile, but I don't know too much about that way. On top of that, you can send super chats and super stickers throughout the show as well. Milo wants a lot of attention right now. Like, you want a lot of attention right now, bro. You can send super chats and super stickers throughout the show as well. You gotta give me a little second, bro. You want a lot of attention. So yeah, become a member on the YouTube side. Feel free to send any super chats or super stickers, extend your support to the platform. All that is greatly appreciated. And now we're going to, and also don't forget to like and subscribe to the like the video, and also subscribe to Facts and Stats if you're not subscribed already. Next, we have the power rankings coming up, and I was trying to pull up, but Milo was like trying to take over the scene right now. Come on, bro, chill, Milo, chill. Bro, you gotta chill, bro. Come on, sit down. Get down. Thank you. Chill. All right. Sorry, guys. Got you, Jordan Wilson. All right, so man, dogs are so loving, but chill, bro. Chill. Milo, chill. All right. In that awful heat. Yeah, I do think he appreciate not having to go outside and be freaking hot all the damn time. 1,000%. The weather was freaking ridiculous. All right, guys. I'm all set up now. I think y'all should still be able to see the stage. I mean, I said stage. Y'all can see a stage. So now we're going to dive into the weekly top 15 power rankings. Somebody said free Milo. And immediately following this, we're going to dive into all the NBA talks around the Sixers, the games from yesterday, looking at the games today. Obviously, it's highlighted with the Celtics and Cavs matchup. Milo, sit down. I love you, okay? Sit down. Stop. Last week we had, oh my goodness, bro.
Star of the show right there.
Oh my goodness, bro. He's trying to take over, bro. Y'all, give me like 2 minutes, bro. Anybody can talk real quick. I'm gonna deal with him real quick. Let me take him outside and all that real quick. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Y'all can just talk freely real quick.
Hello, chat.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
I'm waiting for this day for a long time, bro.
Jordan been looking at the number one spot like, come on,
Man,
come on, you bitches.
You're only gonna have it for like 2 weeks, so enjoy.
it's cool, bro. Long time coming.
Hold on, wait, what's going on? Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Is nobody talking, or I can't hear nobody?
Yeah, ready to talk about the number one team.
I heard that the Jets fired somebody else because Aaron Rodgers asked.
Joe Douglas, their GM.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to them. Fired everybody but the quarterback, basically.
No, you can't fire the owner, and that's the big issue.
Right.
You can send him overseas to be an ambassador, though.
Wait, where's Ev? Where's
he went to take Milo out real quick.
Gotcha. Okay. Fairs.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get to the power rankings already. I mean, that was a trash ass Monday Night Football game.
Oh, they're talking about the fantasy football stuff.
Ah, okay. That took a long time.
So yeah, that tends to drag sometimes. I'm just looking at last week's thing. I'm like, dang, interesting. 1 through 6, so 1 through 7 should be interesting. Kinda.
You mean 2, bro? There's nothing interesting about number 1.
You said what?
You mean 2, bro? There's nothing interesting about number 1. For real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all are number 1.
Respectfully.
I mean,
for now.
Yeah, team in Buffalo got themselves a really good win.
It did.
So shout out to them. I'm gonna be interested to see when they face y'all though. That's gonna be like
You're going OG8 in the chat. Okay, OG.
That's like game of the year type shit. I'm not even gonna hold you when they face y'all.
Yeah,
you said Bills and Lions.
Yep.
Couple weeks should be
similar. Face each other later on.
Interesting. Game of the year. I think not.
Yeah. Game of the year type game. Maybe not the actual game of the year, but we'll see.
Hey, somebody talk, man. You know, we can get into like looking at last week's power rankings. Chiefs are still at 1. I bet. You know, I was about to go with it. You know, I get the baton and I take off. But go ahead.
No, I appreciate that. Everybody that's in here, I appreciate y'all so far as well. Like I said, 50 people watching. Getting the numbers back up on the YouTube side of things. Went trended downwards a little bit when we traveling and moving, etc. But we are back live every single day on YouTube at 11 a.m. So if you're in here right now, y'all do not forget the show is live at 11 a.m. on YouTube every day. And whoever just subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed and you're watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The show is live every day at 11 a.m. Eastern time, like I was just saying. Last week, we had the top 5 round out with the Chiefs, Lions, Bills, Ravens, and Eagles. Shout out to Eagles, man. They stayed down and worked their way up. That's all you can do. We look at week 6. We look at week 7. They were at 14. We now jump to week 11. They got to 5. So shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to the Steelers as well. 2 teams that's been trending upwards throughout the season. The Vikings been maintaining. For the most part, they came in at 7. We had the Commanders, Packers, Cardinals round out the top 10. Then we went with the Chargers, Texans, 49ers, Broncos, Falcons at the top 15. So obviously you can expect a lot of changes at this week 12 coming up. For me personally, y'all know how it goes. If you are a member, I will count your vote in the chat as we get, if you are a member, I will count your vote in the chat. And if we come to a tie, I will make a poll, and we'll go from there. I would love for anybody that can come to the stage to come to the stage, but if you can't, that's totally fine. If you are a member, your vote will count in the chat. So as we get to one, you can go ahead and say one and put the team. If you are in the chat, say one and put the team you have. For me, at one, I have the Lions. Wes, who you got at one?
Same.
Jay Woods, Jordan Wilson.
Detroit.
Yeah, I got the Lions.
D-Mac, Joe, Mazat.
Boys in Honolulu Blue.
Lions.
I got the Bills.
I think we're like over. I'm not gonna lie. We're like a month overdue putting the line. We're like a month overdue putting the Lions number one. I'm not even gonna lie.
We're not. We earned it this time. Finally, nope.
Like
I see y'all in the chat.
We're like a month overdue putting the Lions number one.
Hold on, somebody said the Bills.
Yeah, I was going to circle on that.
It was a ride. It was a ride. Or was it
was Joe. It was Joe. Joe, why you say the Bills?
Just looking at the four teams that the Lions put up over 40 points: the Seahawks, the Cowboys, the Jaguars, and the Titans. I mean, yeah, but I've still taking the Bills. They beat the number one team that we have been ranking all season, and it was a testament to their offense with two offensive players scoring over 30 on that defense. I go back to also week 1 when the Lions lost to the Bills, even though injuries were a part of that game where they were missing Laporta or whatnot, but I think it canceled out because they also lost Hutchinson in the middle of the season, and we have been able to see how they overcame that or whatnot. Overall, they're a well-rounded team. I just think that the Bills have a better quarterback, and they're a better
Week 1, the Lions did what?
Yeah, I'm confused. What do you mean the Lions lost to the Bills? They haven't played yet.
I mean, not the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Oh. Okay. I mean, OG agree with you in the chat. Yeah, Russ feel like it's a fair point as well. Okay, Jaja come in with the Bills in the combo, but the Lions show consistency throughout the year, and that's where I'm at with it. And I'm not saying the Bills haven't been consistent. I think they're on a win streak their damn self. I think after that Ravens game, they've probably been winning, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. The Bills
also,
are on a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah, I just
like
don't think it's.
Did they play the Texans before or after they played the Ravens? Because they lost to the Texans.
They lost to the Texans a week after.
Oh, there
Bro,
we go.
we gotta be real. The Bills have no case at one, bro.
At all.
They have no case at one
whatsoever.
Like,
I think they just beat a team. They just beat a team that defensively had
They don't have
30 points.
It's okay. They don't have a case. It's okay.
Over 2 years. I mean, there is a case.
They don't have a.
I mean,
They don't
the
have
level
a
of
case.
competition speaks to itself.
No.
The teams that they hang over 40, we could talk about their flaws.
I would. Okay, so I do.
It's
think
not about them hanging over 40. You're
That's
pinpointing like their top games in terms of points scored, but look at their season as a whole. They've lost one total game in the season as a whole. They beat quality,
and they lost to the best
opponents.
team, and the best team just lost.
They did not
just
lose
got
to the best
defeated.
team.
They
They didn't play that. They didn't
He's
play
he's talking about the Bills. He's talking about the Bills.
Putting the Chiefs as the best team, number one, respectfully, these past weeks or whatnot.
Who lost to the Chiefs, Joe? Who lost to the Chiefs?
The Bills.
You mean one? You mean one?
The Lions lost to the Chiefs week 1.
Anywho, bro.
No, they didn't. The Lions haven't even.
They lost to the Joe. The Lions.
They lost to the Bucks.
Lost to the Bucks. They lost to the Bucks.
And that was week 2 or 3.
It's week 2.
There we go.
And they haven't lost since, and they beat quality opponents.
And that game was close, by the way.
They clearly, like, strength for strength. They're the two teams at hand. I think their strength, like, for the best position or best unit on their teams is offense for both teams. One offense is like worlds better, and that's no disrespect to the Bills because the Bills are a good team. They're a quality football team. I think the Bills will be high on this ranking, but they don't have a case over the Lions just because they beat the Chiefs. Like that's not how this works.
Lions also, I think, have the best or one of the best pass defenses in the NFL too. I don't think people are kind of paying attention or realize that, but that's a thing.
Hold on, so y'all got a top run defense and a top pass defense?
I don't know if our run defense is up there.
No, their run defense isn't as high.
But the pass defense.
Oh, so their run defense fell off, but the pass defense.
I think what's happening
Let me check our run defense.
I
Actually,
think what's happening is people are looking at the fact that they think that Josh Allen is playing the best as the quarterback right now. They have Josh Allen as the MVP. And so, therefore, the MVP's team, after winning, should be number one, when that's just like not the case. I think that's what's happening. Because there's no argument. I'm gonna be honest. There's no argument you can make that has the Bills over
Also,
the Lions, and that doesn't mean that the Bills are a bad team. But I also would think we need to remember the Bills were in a shootout with the Miami Dolphins like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Like, we need to, outside of that Texans game, we need to be very real about what we've seen from the Lions and how they've just quite frankly handled pretty much any team that's come in front of them. And like what we've seen from the Bills. Again, that does not mean that the Bills aren't a good team, but I do remember when we put the Bills at one. One of the reasons why we put the Bills at one is because they were beating the shit out of the people they were playing.
Yeah, our
So
pass
I would
defense.
say
Real
that
quick, let me get the stats, Jordan. Our pass defense, like yards, we're down. I think we're in the 20s in yards, but first in passer rating, first in TD to defense to interception ratio, first in passing touchdown percentage, first in passing touchdowns allowed, second in interceptions, third in interception percentage. That's the pass defense. Run defense is top 10, best offense in NFL. No argument. Like I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, the Lions have been a far more consistent team throughout the entirety of the season. The Bills have gone up and down. You want to look about a common opponent. Obviously, the Lions were able to beat the Texans. The Bills weren't. Granted, they were still missing Nico Collins at the time in which the Texans did have him over them, so you don't necessarily go there. But full season is not a question. And look, the Lions measure up in pretty much every other category. And I'll tell you right now, when they face each other versus the Bills, I expect the Lions to win because the Bills can't stop the run. So we'll be able to prove this in a few weeks. But no, the Lions absolutely deserve it.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I will say that the Lions are peaking. Definitely they've been peaking for the last month or however long.
I wouldn't say peaking; they're just playing at a high level.
My fault. I was getting it confused. It wasn't even my fault. Yeah, I was talking about that Vikings versus Lions game where the Vikings almost won that game and they lost on that bullshit. But that's what I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about.
Actually, if you revisit that game, they had a good first 8 minutes, and then we dominated the next however many. Then they tried to come back at the end. So like we dominated the most of that football game. Actually,
yeah,
you watched the game.
So I would say the Bills' best football is still ahead of them because they're getting people back. Coleman at some point is going to come back. Who else? Which other offense? Oh, Kincaid. Kincaid is coming back at some point. And then obviously defensively, they still have their former All-Pro linebacker, Milano, coming back at some point. So they play in a few weeks.
You did, Agent. I was just saying Joe was
we'll see. But I do think as of today that the Lions are a better team.
I think once we play the 49ers and beat them, I think that should be enough to jump.
Nah.
All right, number two. To start off, number two in the chat, if you are a member, you can't put number two I have or number two.
And Bills at number two.
Team. I have the Bills at number two. Anybody else have the Bills with me?
Name two.
Yeah, Bills are.
Okay. Anybody else have the Bills with me or a different team on the stage? I'll give that about a minute just for the people in the chat. 30 seconds to a minute, and it will move. Also, y'all, don't be afraid to like the video. Don't be afraid to share the video out. And don't be afraid to subscribe to the platform. If this is your first time watching, Fact and Stats is a daily sports show Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Sports Network, period. Sports Network, period, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Y'all know Bethany is airing Bench with Bethany under the Fact and Stats Network this Friday at 5 p.m. in the Fact and Stats Playback Room. You can get the Playback Room in the description on this YouTube video or this YouTube live stream. That's playback.tv/Fact and Stats. Bench with Bethany at 5 p.m. So that's her own segment. That's her own show. It'll just be under Fact and on the Fact and Stats platform this Friday. So make sure y'all put up on Bethany this Friday and support what she got going on and what she's trying to get to when it comes to hosting and talking about sports, etc. All right, Bills won at 2.
Wait, as a quick second. Did you say benched with Bethany or bets with Bethany?
Benched.
Oh, okay.
Benched? Okay.
Yeah, benched.
Bills at
2. To me, this is where it starts and get interesting at number 3. Because I think it's a battle of the Pennsylvania teams, personally.
Interesting.
It's
Who else was
hard
up there?
because that Dallas loss is such a stain on their record.
Oh, the Steelers.
The Steelers.
I mean, could you? Well, I was about to say that Falcons loss is a stain on the Eagles.
Also true. I think you can say
I,
that as
I,
well.
I
I
would
don't
still
know
have the
which is a
Chiefs.
bigger
I,
sting, but
I'll
I would
be
still
honest.
have the Chiefs above one of the
Eastern,
teams.
Eastern, OG, Eastern.
So
I think I'm not gonna lie. Like the Eagles are the last month and a half one of the best defenses in the NFL. Their offense is still explosive. The Eagles have been playing football right with the best teams in the league for however long. Like, yeah, no, I don't think this is like this as good as the Steelers have been as well. Their offense still has serious question marks, and I don't think this is too much of a conversation.
Look,
Like, I don't even know if the Steelers are number 4.
some of that though, some of that is a little bit of us just kind of evaluating things. Like their offense since they inserted Russell Wilson has been one of the best in the league, and
That's
that's just
true.
they've been
D,
able to
D
run the
told me
ball
that too.
effectively.
Yep.
They've been able to pass the ball effectively. Pickens is playing at an extremely high level. Now, me personally,
weren't
I'm
they
still,
averaging 31 points since?
yeah,
Aren't they averaging 31 points since Russ came in? I mean, yeah,
yeah, they were going
top.
to that game they had been. To me, I'm still going Eagles. I think that they have been more consistent and better on both sides of the ball. But it is a conversation, in my opinion, because the Steelers right now they have a great defense. They have a formula that works for them on offense right now when it comes to the play action passes in their run game. So I would lean Eagles, but I think it is a conversation.
I'm gonna go with my gut. Eagles is a good argument. I'd have D-Mac vote. Um, my vote is actually I was I'm gonna stay Chiefs because I think it'll make it easier for me when I go with the rest of the order. So for me, I'm gonna have the Chiefs at 3. D-Mac has the Eagles. Wes, who you got at 3?
yeah.
Or Jordan Woods? What do you
I
real
got
quick?
the Chiefs because I can still, if I take the Chiefs here, I think I can still bump up them other teams up a spot. No,
I would.
I think so. Yeah,
The funny thing
that's
is,
where I'm
I
at.
was
I got the Chiefs.
I was gonna put the Chiefs in between the Pennsylvania teams. Funny enough, but
Hold on, y'all. I hear a video. Hold on. All right, my bad. So Jordan Woodson, who's your vote?
Eagles.
Eagles. If you are a member, y'all don't forget to vote. If you are a member, don't forget to vote in the chat. Wes, I need Wes and Joe. Wes and Joe, who y'all got?
I got the Chiefs, bro.
All right. Mazak, who you got?
This is tough. I don't know if I'm ready to vote. I gotta take a second.
I might go Eagles.
All right, who you got?
Come back to me.
There's no poll. I need anybody that's a member to vote. If you are a member and you want to vote, feel free to vote in the chat. If not, we're gonna be waiting around for Ari and West real quick to vote.
You know, it may be unpopular, but I think I'm gonna stick with. Nah, I'm going Steelers. Fuck it. I'm going Steelers. I think they've earned it. I think they deserve it. I'm going Steelers.
All right. Establishes with West.
I think it's about time to give Pittsburgh their respect, honestly. It's hard not to. They were the Ravens. Ravens was 4th.
Four.
They
Yeah.
beat the 4th ranked team. And no matter how it looks, they are managing to win. And they are beating teams. To me, personally, Kansas City, and I just have a few more question marks about Kansas City and the Eagles. Not a lot before people start freaking out in the comments. But I just feel like despite what everyone thought the Steelers would look like, and like the Steelers can't. What they've been showing us, they fucking can. So, gotta give my coach of the year, Mike Tomlin, and his team some respect. So I got the Steelers.
So Ari, so the Eagles and the Steelers face off tomorrow. You think the Steelers beat them?
I think they can, and it's going to be one of the reasons why the main reason, and you could say, well, it's not a part of the criteria, and then whatever, is Mike Tomlin. I'm choosing Mike Tomlin over Nick Sirianni.
No, that's fair. That's a completely fair
And like,
'cause
unfortunately, we've had to acknowledge that Nick Sirianni has come into play with the Eagles. I mean, they managed to win in spite of him, but versus a coach like Mike Tomlin, you're not going to outsmart him. And if your tendency is to do dumb shit, he might just force you to do that dumb shit one or two times, and it might cost your team the game.
yeah.
But I
No,
think it
that's
would be
good.
close. I think it could go either way, honestly. But I would have to err on the side of
So
Mike Tomlin.
because the way I look at it, like I think the Eagles offense and the Steelers defense would play to a draw, basically, right? Eagles
Yeah.
offense would win some, Steelers
Mhm.
defense would win some guy. But then when I go to the other side and that's a
The Steelers offense and the Eagles defense.
defense, I low key would have the Eagles defense in that matchup because like I
You
get
should. I mean, if they play to the best of their ability, I feel like if
because
both units play to the best of their ability, it would have to be the Eagles, right? Because on paper they're the better team,
yeah, so it's like
right?
and I'm like the way especially that secondary's been playing and I'm like all right, it's like cool. I know
Yeah.
what Russ has brought to that passing game, but it's like all right, can Pickens and Mike Williams? It's like, all right, are they winning the matchup against like
Wait, the
Quinion Mitchell?
Steelers and the Eagles play?
They do play. Yep.
They play this year?
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
The
when they
AFC.
play? Like next week?
A few weeks from now, I know the NFC East and the AFC North play each other. They all play each other. So we'll see
Oh, they
Ravens and Eagles. We'll see
do.
Steelers and Eagles. We'll see
Well,
like
now I want to wait for a tiebreaker.
so. But okay, I
I
just
mean, I'm gonna stick with the Steelers because I feel like
yeah.
every time I say they can't do some shit, they end up doing it. But I wouldn't. I'm not upset about the Eagles being here or the Chiefs being here. Quite frankly,
Who y'all say would be is like a more physical team? Because I always go with the more physical team and the coaching.
I
To
mean,
your point, Ari, I think like the Steelers are more physical, and I think that
mm,
they're a well better coach team as well.
I can't. I think both teams are actually physical. I think the Steelers are forced to lean into the fact that they're more physical more often because their pass game just like it's there, but it's not. It's not the Eagles' passing game. The Eagles have a lot more variety to their offense, so they don't have to be like that run the ball down your throat type of team that Pittsburgh has to be. With and then using like George Pickens and Frymouth as like a compliment, you know. Though they are able to put up a lot of points, they lean on their run game a lot, and like obviously their defense is more physical. But I do think if I would hope that if Philly had to lean into that more physical side and just hand that bitch off to Saquon or like utilize their running game and just truly trust their running game, I would hope that they would be able to do that. I just don't know, quite frankly, with Nick Sirianni like being there. So I think by default, it kind of makes the Steelers a more physical team, but I don't necessarily think it's like because the Eagles can't be. I just don't think they have to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I just I
Yeah, I
don't
get
want to
it.
over. I don't want to over penalize. It's not a priority. We're just looking at it. I'm not gonna over penalize the Chiefs for losing a pretty close game to the number 3 team last week. Um, Dropping 2 spots, I think is fair, and I'm not mad if people drop them further. I think, but just the fact that I can drop them and still move the Eagles and Steelers up,
That's
um,
that was
I'm
my
gonna do that.
vision. That's why I think that was the easiest for me. I think we're all different, but it
Yeah,
made more sense for the Chiefs to fall in at 3, and then the Eagles and Steelers coming back to back. Like
yeah,
that was going
yeah,
to happen for me. But I mean,
yeah.
So,
I'm not mad at
yeah,
any of
I
that.
that's
get it.
if you are
I've never
that
done
high
my
on the
rankings that way.
Chiefs.
so
I
Yeah,
think a
yeah, for
lot of
sure.
people just aren't
Nah,
that
nah.
high on the Chiefs
look,
when
look.
it
That's
comes
Okay,
to
yeah,
Ev,
that's fair. That's fair.
all right, Bray.
Ev,
All
that
Yeah,
right.
I'm a,
sounds cool. If the Chiefs and the Eagles meet on the field, who are you taking? They had
I
to
don't.
play tomorrow, or they
but
had
that's
to
a
play.
tiebreaker. I think you're kind of
Are
over
we playing in the
prioritizing
playoffs or
that.
are we playing
Yeah,
in the regular season?
I
Well,
think
no, no, no,
Cleveland
because
ran
my
this.
thing, no, my thing, Jordan, is like it's who's better. Like my thing is, or who's playing better, or who's better. Like if you think the Chiefs are a better team than the Eagles, or they're playing better than the Eagles right now, then you rank them over them. Or if you think the Eagles are better, or you think the Eagles are playing better, then you put the Eagles over them. It's not about
But
oh
but
well,
that's but but
like
that's the
like
thing. I
like
mean,
you're
if you look
thinking
at
about it like oh
no,
well
no,
they
Christ.
lost, so like how
Well,
much do I drop them because
no,
of a
I'm looking
loss?
at
And
no, I'm looking at the criteria at the top of the screen. That's what I'm doing. If it's a tie, then I'm gonna do the head to head. It's not a tie to me, as far as
but
the
like okay,
whole
so you think okay, so
evaluation
if
of
it's
the
not a
card.
tie, you think one team's better then? No.
No, I think from a power ranker, looking at the criteria of the power rankings, I think evaluating those factors, one team scores higher in those factors than me, and that's why I would lean towards that team.
But isn't the criteria really like the criteria is a combination of factors of why you think a team is better than another team?
Well, not necessarily, because performances are in there, and if a team has
performances would go to then who's better right now because they're performing like it
right now versus overall the team. Because I think for all of us, there are scenarios where a team is performing better, but we don't necessarily think they're a better team per se.
Okay, so you think versus the Chiefs?
I think
so you
the
think
Chiefs.
the Chiefs?
Yeah. I think the Chiefs' resume up to this point, for me, even losing that game close, they've shown me they're always going to be in games late, and then they're going to have a guy who can pull them out for the most part. Now, it didn't happen this week, but it happened the previous 9 weeks and the previous. I don't want to bring in years because this is this year, but it happened the previous 9 weeks. So, yeah, I hear the argument for the other teams. It's not a tie how I evaluate the resume right now, though. So I would lean towards the other team. But if it was a tie, yeah, I would probably go Eagles. I think the Eagles, if I had to pick a head-to-head matchup right now, would beat them. But it's just not a tie for me to get to that point where I would use that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just not there. I think that in the past 2 weeks, the Chiefs lost one game and they should have lost both. Now they won one, so whatever. Like, if you want to evaluate that, act like what we saw in the game didn't really matter, or we don't want to take it into consideration to the degree that I think it should be taken into consideration, because they ended up with the W in the win-loss column instead of an L, even though they should have lost that game. So be it. But I think these last 2 weeks have kind of, I think it should change how people are looking at the Chiefs and looking at what other teams are doing. And again, the Eagles, whatever. I don't care if the Eagles are above the Chiefs or below. I think the Eagles are similar to the Chiefs to me in terms of, like, I think any given week the Eagles could lose. And maybe people feel the same way about the Steelers as well. Like, hey, it applies to the Steelers too. But I think I'm just more confident in the Steelers and the way that they're playing their brand of football. And I think the difference is just, hey, nobody believes in Russell Wilson. And they don't have like that premier weapon offensively that these other teams typically have, be it at quarterback or on the outside or everywhere, like the Eagles. They have all these premier weapons, boom, 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 boom. So I think it just warps our perception of the football teams and how they're playing, how disciplined the teams are, how well coached they are, how they execute on the field, etc. And I think literally the Chiefs in the past 2 weeks, just regardless of what their overall record is for the season, I don't think the Chiefs deserve 3 just because, they were 9-0 prior to Sunday.
Right. And I was going to say, both the Eagles and the Steelers are each on 5-game winning streaks. Neither have lost in like 6 weeks. So, I mean, I think the Steelers...
Eagles on a 6.
Is it 6?
Eagles 6, Steelers 5.
I'm not giving that winning streak. I'm not giving the winning streak thing, because I'm not necessarily saying you're making it. I don't know if you agree with what's the argument, but if you do, Eagles don't they have some interesting performances within that winning streak as well?
So the Eagles, I was going to say, the Steelers have a more impressive resume, probably. Like, I'd have to think about it. I know they beat the Commanders in there somewhere, and they beat the Ravens, obviously. So the Steelers, I think, have more of an impressive resume. I would say the Eagles haven't really, the resume isn't as impressive, but the way I look at it, right? Because even though the Jacksonville game ended up being a 1-score game, it was one of those, like, all right, the Eagles dominated the game, a call, what do you think about the Saquon quote unquote fumble that resulted in a touchdown? The Eagles were in control of the game for.
But that's not why that game was close. That game was close because of decisions made by their coach.
That goes into it. But like the Eagles, just in general, over the past 6 weeks, they've been one of the best defenses. They've been one of the best offenses, and they've kind of learned, like, give the ball to Saquon. That's essentially what they've done, and they've just been dominating, like, the past, like, the Commanders game. How did they finish the game? They essentially just lined up, gave the ball to Saquon, 2 touchdowns to put the game away. So my thing is just on both sides of the ball. I think the Eagles are just a more complete team. Now I think the Chiefs have real issues, not even just the past 2 weeks, but it's like, all right, they're not
I
really
don't think the
protecting
Eagles are
Mahomes.
dominating, but okay.
You don't think the Eagles dominated the? I mean, you don't think the Eagles
I think
dominated?
they
'Cause
look. I think they look
He's
dominant
certainly
in
not
spots with.
dominating.
I think they look dominant at spots within
What's good, Heaven
games, like
Sent?
for stretches within games, but just like week to week, I don't think that they're dominating per se.
Fair enough. I was and then I would say the Chiefs have real problems. I will say that. Like the Chiefs have problems protecting Mahomes. Even Mahomes himself hasn't been, obviously Mahomes hasn't been an elite caliber quarterback, or really he's,
So
it's gotten to the point where
the way that I look at this is I think that the Eagles and Steelers have been more consistent recently from that standpoint. The Steelers played a game that some people still don't think that they should have lost, or they should have lost, or at least would have been a different ending versus the Commanders because people contested the Zach Ertz catch or whatever from that standpoint. I think that the Eagles
Did
are
he cut
playing.
out? Or
Nah, you might
No, he
I hear
didn't
you.
cut out.
I
oh, dang,
think
I
that-
can't hear you.
I think the Eagles are simply playing better on both sides of the ball. I mean, you've seen them when they got their wide receivers back. Their offense has operated as they needed it to. Their front seven has continued to get better and better over the course of the season. Fangio's defense is coming together. So, personally, I think the Eagles should just be 3 flat out. And over the last 2 weeks, I got some questions answered about things that I think that certainly will improve over the course of the season. But right now, just haven't as far as our team is concerned, that I still think that we need to be better at. So I'm not. I don't have any issues with moving the Chiefs below these two teams because again, I think the Steelers have been very good on both sides of the ball. I do favor the Eagles slightly. It's not necessarily a wins-loss performance thing. I think both of them have been kind of similar as far as performing at a really high level, especially once the Eagles got their wide receivers back. The Steelers went to Russell Wilson. Roster and injuries, I favor, a little bit to the Eagles. I think they have a better roster as well. And projecting moving forward, I think the Eagles are only going to continue to move up. So that's where I stand as far as Philly versus Steelers.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll learn a lot over the next 4 weeks. We have 3 quality opponents in the next 4 weeks, and opponents that these head-to-head matchups, like the Steelers in 4 weeks, they have the Ravens in 2 weeks, they have the Rams this week. We'll learn a whole lot. So,
All right.
I'm cool.
All right, so the Eagles went out. Look like 6 or 7 votes. I'm going to go ahead and slot them at 4. Myself, Jordan Woods, Joe, and I cannot remember the other Chiefs person. Votes remain the same for 4 for Chiefs. But if you voted the Eagles at 3, can you let me know who you have at 4 in the chat? If you are a member, also please let me know who you have at 4. Say 4, etc. And then I'm gonna ask the stage so I know who had the Eagles. Think of D-Mac. D-Mac, so are you saying you're picking the Steelers at 4?
Yeah, I got Steelers at 4.
Okay, and then Ari and West, I know you guys are Steelers. Zach, who was your vote again, brother?
I got Steelers at 4.
All right. So, and then Jordan Wilson.
The Steelers are more deserving, but that's not power rankings. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that I think the Chiefs would still beat them if they played tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs.
You only do head-to-head if the criteria remains the same, but it's not really remaining the same right now. Steelers been playing better.
Okay. So let's go into the projection. I like the Chiefs. The Steelers have the performance. Roster and injuries. Well, the Chiefs have Pacheco coming back this week. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think. Obviously, Hollywood's later down the line.
I mean, both of these teams also did beat the Ravens.
Yeah, but one was week 1, one was like Sunday, so that's kind of. I'm going with the Chiefs here, me personally. That is my vote. Ev is the Chiefs.
Yeah, I got you. I don't got no more votes. Anybody else in the chat that's a member that want to vote or have a vote? Anybody else that's a member have a vote? Um, Anybody? I'm gonna get about 30 more seconds. All members, if you did not drop your vote in the chat, please feel free to drop your vote in the chat. Also, if you're on the stage, or also if you want to come on the stage, feel free to come to the stage as well. That's to anybody. The pin messages in the YouTube comments to come to the stage.
I'm not too fond of that Eagles 3, but yeah, Steelers should be forward.
All right, so that looks like Bear came in with another vote. We'll get about 15 more seconds, y'all. 15 to 30 more seconds, and we move to 5 after this.
Shaggy did say something interesting though, that people are heavily respecting the Steelers now because they didn't before, and that's actually kind of true. I actually kind of agree with that. Like, it's almost like a correction of all the weeks where they're like, I don't know the Steelers, or they were kind of doubting, and it's like, oh well,
it's cool.
I mean, who are those people though? Because
no,
there were
not
people who
you, Wes, not you, Wes.
I understand. I asked
season.
who. I didn't say
who,
not
because
me, nigga. I've been riding
I'm
for
gonna
him
be
all
for
year.
real.
I
That
asked
But I
you.
don't.
shit is
So
low key
again,
corny.
who are those
I'm
people?
gonna be for real.
Because
That's
when
so
it comes to
y'all,
the
y'all know
Steelers,
Shaggy is
bro,
not just
golly,
comparing.
man.
to say who y'all.
But I don't even think they haven't been
I guess some
they've been
time, man.
disrespected
First off,
anymore.
haven't the Steelers been like fucking top 10
That's what I
since
was
they've
about
been
to.
on their winning
That's what I'm
streak?
about to say.
So
They
what is
haven't
it
been
suddenly?
disrespected.
What is this suddenly respecting? Weren't the fucking Steelers top 7 yet last week? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Y'all know
And why are we dragging it?
Y'all know Shaggy is trolling, right?
No. So the reason why I said it is
Jordan,
because
you fell for the
having
troll.
been in here every
Shaggy.
Tuesday,
Nah, he not trolling. I don't think he's trolling with that.
He's
like
absolutely trolling.
like
There's
every
nobody
time.
up here has been
No,
disrespected
because
the entire
here's the
year.
thing. No, here's the thing. Every time that teams have been put against the Steelers, whether it be the Commanders or whether it be the
And
Vikings,
then the Commanders got right. And then the Vikings, you're talking about the undefeated Vikings when they were undefeated at the time. Because I know what you're talking about because I argued for the Vikings.
I'm saying
Again, what is your point? It's mute.
I'm saying
It doesn't
at
make any
different
sense.
points, the reason the Steelers would normally get put low,
So unless
lower
you're going to
end of
include context in it, like I was just trying to do, it's a mute point. Unless you're going to go back to those weeks and include the context of whatever conversation that was, where people did that, because I haven't voted in a few weeks, where people did that and include the context of why people chose who they chose, then again, it's a mute fucking point.
Jordan, you want to legitimize this? That's fine. I'll tell you what happened, and this is coming from somebody that had the Steelers making the playoffs before the year as a double-digit win team. They went out, won 3 games with Justin Fields. They lost 2 games to bad teams with Justin Fields. They got Russ back, and then they beat 3 bad teams in a row, and then had to face the Commanders and had to climb their way back up the rankings. That's literally all it is. There's no overcorrection. There's no sudden respect. They earned their respect by playing good teams and beating them the last 2 weeks.
All right.
And then what
That clarification.
I'm sorry. And then what that also does, it also ignores the other teams that also lost through those weeks. Like, I'm sure if the Ravens won, this isn't even a fucking conversation about the Steelers. Does that mean people don't respect the Steelers? No, it just means they lost to a better team. So why are we acting like that's why I called it a shitty point, Jordan. That's why I said it was a stupid point. It was a mute point because it makes 0 sense. Unless you are just looking at win-loss and saying, well, the Steelers were on a win streak, so they should have been up higher, which I think you're actually pushing against. So,
and you're ignoring who they're actually playing too.
Heaven sent, you are so funny, bro. No funny. All right, yeah, I'll wait it. I'll let y'all talk. Anybody else got any final words before I proceed with the show? Anybody got any final words on the Steelers and shebang bang, Chiefs shebang bang? Well, did you have any words you want to get out, brother? Or are you good?
That's cool.
All right. With that being said, with the votes on the stage, with the members in the chat, it's a tie, guys. So it doesn't really matter. Well, it do matter. We're going to go ahead and make a poll. I'm gonna get this poll about whoever loses this poll. By the way, is going to be 5. No need to stall this out. Who should be for Chiefs, Steelers? All right, so everybody's included in this one. Make sure y'all vote on the poll in the chat for me, y'all. I'm gonna get at about 1 minute. 1 minute. Make sure y'all vote on the poll in the chat for me, y'all. I'm gonna get at about 1 minute. Make sure y'all vote on the poll in the chat. I will get at about 1 minute. Again, I appreciate every single that's in here. Y'all, thank y'all for the support for Fact and Stats. If you are in here and you're new and you're just watching, you don't know about Fact and Stats. Fact and Stats is a sports network where Fact and Stats, the show, is live every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time on YouTube. So make sure you all hit that subscribe button. Also, the most likes that I have on a video is 54 when it comes to the live stream side. So if you are in here right now, we're sitting at 28 likes and you didn't hit that thumbs up button, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It also helps out the algorithm. We greatly appreciate that. On top of that, there's three to four different ways you can extend your support for Facts and Stats. On top of just being in here means a lot to me regardless. You can become a member, so you can get a membership on the Facts and Stats YouTube community. You also can send super chats and super stickers throughout the show. To become a member, it's easier on a desktop. You just hit join. There's 3 different levels, all customized perks. All have the ability to send emojis in the chat, things of that nature. And level 3, you get a discount and merchandise code. So if you are level 3 and you join as level 3, make sure you reach out to me for that code. Again, that's just extending your support. Memberships, super chats, super stickers, etc. With that, also, if you are in here, like I was just saying, make sure you all like, share the video out, man. Share the live stream out, and also hit that subscribe button. We'll greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and end this about 15 more seconds to squeeze in some promo real quick. Check out the website. I said it earlier today. My new day, I'm planning and building on my schedule around the East Coast time. My new set day, so I'm not scrambling throughout the week to go to the post office, is Fridays. If you order anything, it will be shipped on Friday. That is my set day now. Beginning of the week, I get to attack Fact and Stats Monday and Tuesdays. Wednesdays and Thursdays are typically NBA days. Fridays are sort of kind of like, whatever, enjoyment, good vibes, good talks. Excuse me. And nobody on the stage said bless you. Lord, I'm in the wrong crowd, dog. And Friday is going to be.
Didn't know you sneezed. Like,
Literally didn't even know you sneezed.
I didn't.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm like, nah, that's
grown
crazy.
man sneezing like.
Testy.
There's too many respectful people on the stage. Nah, I think y'all got that shit. Hold on. Shit.
Are you okay?
Hold on, brother. Get some water,
It's
please.
God catching you up.
Ooh. Yeah, so Fridays will be my set days.
Nah, God don't like ugly. Nigga coming at people for not blessing him as if it is what it is.
You didn't even know.
Go ahead.
Like, damn.
Fridays will be my set days when I make my post office runs, and I'll continue planning out my days for when I'm gonna get clips, when I'm gonna work on apparel and things of that nature. Everett, what's good? No, I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, we have 32 likes now. 23 away to make a new record. 23 away to make a new record. We'll see if we can do it. I'm going to go ahead and end this poll. Let's see what this poll is looking like. It was a close one. We had 28 votes on this poll. It was a close one. Make sure y'all voting on the poll in the chat, man. I'm about to end it.
Yeah, they said you rage baiting.
Yeah, I see the comment. I am a member. You see, the thing about me having said I don't lie. I haven't said I don't lie. I haven't said I am a member. I feel like my vote was not counted. You are damn right. I did not count your vote at all. You don't watch football. You did not vote 1 through 3. And yeah, I did not count your vote. Heaven sent. I'm sorry. I'm being completely honest. You would have broke the tie, but I did not count your vote. I'm being honest with you. But anyways, as I'm ending it,
what is suppression?
The poll is complete with 30 votes. Shout out to y'all for being active, and the Chiefs won anyway, which y'all wanted, which was the right thing for me, in my opinion. We're gonna go ahead and slot the Steelers at 5. And then we move to 6. And at 6, I have the Vikings. Anybody else with me on the Vikings? Members, feel free to vote in the chat. I don't got no more. I don't got no more hats, OG. I don't got no more hats. OG, it's 2 different things that I can do for you though. You can check out the website. You can get a shirt for as low as $15, or you can become a member for as low as $5, and I'll give you a free hoodie. 2, you know what I'm saying? I'm working with you. Work with me. 6, man. Who y'all got at 6? Who y'all got at 6? Who y'all got at 6? I got the Vikings. West, who you got at 6? Jordan Woods, who you got at 6?
Same.
I actually got the
Agree.
Ravens, even though they lost.
Joe said
But
Ravens.
yeah,
Both Jordan
because
said
you got to take
Ravens.
into account. You
Yeah,
got to
they
take into
played on
account
Thursday.
it was a divisional game, and you know
Who
how
the
it's always
Vikings
is.
play?
And
Now you,
they played in
Titans.
BTSC.
Nah, you're not a member, OG. Your name got to be green. If you was a member, your name will be green. You're not a member,
Yeah, I
OG.
just agree.
who'd they
Their
play?
past two games have been the Titans and the
Titans.
Jags.
Titans.
Their
Right.
past two
He said
games.
at least he said at
Yeah,
least
they
I
had
thought I
Yeah.
was.
That's close to me. And so I probably would do the tie thing. I probably would go to Ravens.
Yeah, I got Baltimore.
Yeah, I'd probably go Ravens too. They're just a better
Okay,
team.
hold on. Let me pull out my sticky notes. Whatever. Ravens and who's it? Vikings. Vikings. Zach, Ari, and Jordan Woods and Joe.
Hold on. Give me the
Okay, hold on.
Vikings.
Okay, Zach,
Ravens.
Ari, Joe, myself, Jordan Woods, Vikings, Wes and D-Mac.
What's their wait? Hold on. What's their records? Not their
Ravens,
records. God
Ravens
damn it!
7.
I don't give a fuck about the record. I know the Vikings should have a better one because they should have lost one less game. What is the goddamn their last? Give me their last few games they played. I gotta remember. I
In the
know the
last 4 weeks, the Ravens have lost twice. I think the Vikings have lost once, if I'm
who the
not
Ravens lost
mistaken.
to again. They
They
lost
They
to.
lost to
lost
the Brown.
the
Okay, so
Browns. I said in the
Browns.
last 4
Oh
weeks.
shit! I
They
completely
lost to the
forgot about
Browns and the
the loss.
Steelers.
Oh yeah, no, can't do
In
that.
the last
Can't do
4
that.
weeks.
So yeah, Browns and Steelers, and then you had the 1 point win against Cincinnati.
Okay, Jordan, that was enough. I mean, I don't know. I don't think y'all saying that for me, but that was enough for me. Raven, if you got to change my vote, completely forgot y'all lost to the Browns.
I'm personally.
I'm going Vikings.
I have to
I'll be
start.
honest with you.
I have to start over. I have to start over, guys. To be honest. Hold on 1 second. Let me start with the one that dropped in the chat real quick. Establishing Russ. Okay. Zach Ravens. I remember you. Joe Ravens. I remember you. Ari Vikings. Myself Vikings. Jordan Woods Vikings. All right. Now D-Mac.
I'm going Ravens. I think that the better team. I'll be honest with you guys. I got half a mind to put the Cardinals over the damn Packers and Vikings just because neither of them teams have impressed me over the last 2 weeks. But the Packers also beat the Cardinals, so I can't really say that necessarily. But that's my general thoughts on the next few teams.
I'm with D-Mac.
I'm going Ravens. Let's see.
I already got your vote, Joe. I got your vote, Joe. Wes, who you got? Heaven sent, you are a troll, bro.
Yeah, they're. I'm trying to get there, man, but it's just I can't go Ravens. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta go Vikings. Y'all can the better team sit me all you want to, better roster all you want to. They're losing. They're not performing. 40% of the criteria is performance. They're not performing.
So
how many
How
losses
do
do
they
y'all
not
have?
get penalized for not performing? Like
Four.
legitimately penalized. Not
Who else?
we moved down a spot or two, but teams that
Steelers,
were able to
Browns,
go win
Raiders.
games, they don't get the credit for winning games when it comes to like comparing them against our team because our team is just a team that people believe in more. And granted, yes, I know down the season they're probably going to finish with one more loss for the entire season, and go run the table for the rest of the year. Go 6-1 or actually I think they're 7-4 right now. So go 5-1 for the rest of the year. Whoop-de-doo. Be really strong going into the playoffs. Hooray. MV3, all that shit. Why the fuck does it never matter what they're doing on the field when they lose? When they lose, we really it's so funny. Like we don't really ever penalize, and then the teams that beat them, we don't really reward them either. Still, the Steelers have 2 losses on the season, have been impressive this year. They go up 1 spot when they beat the Ravens. 1. They move up 1. Granted, top of the teams, different. I get it. Chiefs only have 1 loss. I get how these teams look, everything. But they move up 1 spot. The Ravens move down 2 or maybe they move down 2 if they get slotted here. They will move down 2 spots if they get slotted here. And in the past 4 weeks, like I said, granted the Steelers isn't a bad loss, but they lost, and then they fucking lost to the Browns.
Which was a bad loss.
So
to me,
they're not performing well.
I mean,
They're not performing well enough,
those
bro. I don't
Browns
know.
and
That's
Raiders
crazy to me,
losses
but
are bad.
yeah, it's
That
bad.
Browns and Raiders
The
losses
Raiders
bad.
one is at least
so my
further
thing
out.
is
Hold on, Jordan, real quick. Wes, I think that you make a very fair argument for having the Vikings where they are.
Are you on a computer, OG?
To me, I think that the Ravens over the last few weeks, really looking at it, obviously they've had those losses, and the performance. It's been up and down. I think it's been, at a serviceable level, but it has been up and down, and you have to acknowledge that as well. They shouldn't have lost to the Browns. It's inexcusable. But I mean, the Vikings also lost to the Rams within the last 4 weeks, which, Rams better than the Browns. So I'm not going to, act like they're not. That's a fact they are. I think that if you look at these teams based on the criteria, I think that the actual, the Vikings win the win-loss performance, obviously through the record and the performance argument. But if I'm looking at rosters and injuries, I'm giving that to the Ravens personally. If I'm looking at projection, I'm giving that to the Ravens as well, because I think that their highs are a little bit higher. I think they'll find better consistency over the last, few weeks coming up.
But could you say their lows are lower?
Yeah, but I think that some of that is going to end up evening out. But again, that's projection on my
Okay.
part. And I understand if West doesn't necessarily subscribe to that, that's a completely subjective aspect of it as well. To me, the Vikings over the last few weeks, they beat
the AFC
bad
South
teams, and they played fine in doing so, but nothing near where they did to start the year. So it hasn't been overwhelming to where I'd say that 40% carries it for me personally.
Yeah, I'm with. Well, go ahead, Jordan Wilson.
No, so I was gonna say, like, at some point, it's like, are they great or are they aesthetically pleasing? Because the thing about it is, they're number one in penalties. They're still a bottom 5 pass defense, and obviously we know what Lamar.
I was about to say, I needed you talking about the Ravens. Okay.
Yeah, like, we know what Lamar and Derrick Henry, like, we know what they represent, but it's like, even over the last month, all right, you got the impressive win over the Broncos sandwiched in there, but them other 3 weeks, it's like we got the Bengals game literally at the horn, basically one at the gun, and then you have the Browns and Steelers game, which, I mean, that Steelers game was, I mean, sure, Ravens and Steelers games always look like that, but it's like the Ravens don't play smart. They don't like it, and then even going down the stretch, it's like, all right, they project better, but I'm like, I see Philly on the schedule. I see Pittsburgh still on the schedule. I see the Chargers next week. My thing, it's like, all right, you go into LA next week and you lose, you get to 7-5, and we're thinking, oh well, they project out still really good. So I'm at some point, wins and losses kind of have to matter. And even though the Vikings, it doesn't look pretty, it doesn't, Sam Darnold, he's nowhere near as good as Lamar Jackson. It's like, I mean, 8-2 is still like, there's literally still one game behind Detroit, and they still play Detroit. So I'm just like, right now, I think the Vikings are playing better than they are. And the Vikings right now, today, the Vikings have just, I mean, in terms of what they beat them, I mean,
in the quarterback, and that's what, because even for the roster thing,
yeah.
like to what D-Mac said, while I don't disagree with the roster, like you leaning that way, I think it's a closer conversation than probably meets the eye, because when you go skill positions like with pass catchers as a whole, it's by far and away the Vikings. Yep. So running back is Henry and quarterback is Lamar, and that matters, and that's enough to be like to sway you one way over the other. Then defensively, I think that it's a lot closer than it may than meets the eye. Like I think
it's closer, but I would still personally
is defense.
So that's what I was going to speak to. You still may lean Ravens, but the Vikings defense has outperformed the Ravens defense on the year. And
why would I lean Ravens?
Wait, why would I lean Ravens?
No, I'm listen. It's.
Okay.
I'm saying people may lean that way. I'm not saying you definitely do. Like to D-Mac, he's saying he leans that way. So cool. Yeah. You lean the Ravens, no issue. They do have Roquan, who's a name that really, really carries weight. And granted, he's had an up and down season, but he's coming off of one of his better weeks, although he was not able to finish the game. Kyle Hamilton.
The reason I push back on that, Wes, is because like that's taking that projection thing very, very far to me. Like I don't know what indication I would have that it would be the Ravens on defense at all, like even consideration. But rock out if that's.
I think for
But
people who are looking at roster, like just looking at the roster alone, and instead of the unit and how they're performing. So again, I do
Yeah.
think the Vikings defense has outperformed the Ravens defense, but for the criteria specifically. Right, but even with the injuries, you do have Roquan going down. You do have Kyle Hamilton banged up. I think that should also play a part in it. And it's like I'm not really sure that the Vikings have a real case. I mean, the Ravens have a real case over the Vikings, aside from the fact that belief. And cool. I'm fine belief, but the belief, where has it gotten to people who are like super like 10 toes down for the Ravens? They continue to perform at a really high level and then falling flat on their fucking face. And then getting right back to that really high level. And then at some point again, I can bet your bottom dollar. Maybe the Vikings never reach their ceilings, and it doesn't matter because maybe neither of these teams go far in the playoffs or whatever. But I can guarantee you the belief that people have in in the Ravens is gonna come back to bite them because they're gonna fall flat on their fucking face again.
Do you
They
think
do
so?
it every time, and I'm like, I don't fucking hate the Ravens. I'm more so just being a realist about what I've seen, and I think this precedes this season alone. Like it's
But
year after
bro,
year after year, they fall flat
what
on
does
their
that have
fucking
to do
face.
with this week?
This
What does that?
it speaks to this year as well, though. That's what I'm saying. The trend is continuous. So now that I've seen it in previous years and I'm seeing it again this year, I'm not going to be fooled by, oh, well, this team has the better roster and the better names, and I just believe in the Vikings. Excuse me, I keep doing that. I believe in the Ravens more. I believe in the Ravens more. I believe in the Ravens more because every year that belief has them fall flat on their fucking face, and they do the same thing year after year after year. Perform at a really high level, and then when it's time to really come through every year, they fucking fall. They fail. And this year, in the last 4 weeks, specifically for this ranking, they've lost 2 games in the last 4 weeks, and one was one of the most inexplicable losses you could ever fucking have. And
You
they
talking about the
weren't.
Raiders loss?
They're just not. We don't really
It's the
penalize them to
Browns
the
loss.
degree that I think they should. If this were the Cowboys and they were 7-4, whatever. If the Cowboys were having a good season, but then they went and lost to the Browns after being like talked up as a team that could potentially be one. There were people who were in here voting them at one. When they had the 2 losses that they had on the season at the time, there were people who were so bullish on the Ravens based off of how they had been performing, say, nah, that's the best team in the league. And if they played the Chiefs on a neutral field, they beat the Chiefs. If they played the Lions, I think it would be close, but I'd pick the Ravens. Boom, boom, boom. And then the
Yep.
Ravens over the next 4 weeks went and lost 2 games, and one of them
Yep.
was to one of the worst teams in football. And it's like, well, they still have Action Jackson. Like you need more than Lamar. Clearly, every time he does not perform, they lose. That is the one team where, and this is like I feel for Lamar because Lamar has to play at an MVP level every week for that fucking team to win, and then even some weeks they may not win, i.e. the Browns.
But when you look at the 4 losses that they have this year, they've thrown more than they've actually ran the ball, and it's just like you saw what had happened. The games that they were losing, they were not feeding Derrick Henry the ball, and I think like it's a disservice to take away like
I'm gonna be for real. That
Why would I
Browns
magically
loss is
expect?
inexcusable.
Why would I
okay,
magically? Hold on,
can
hold
I
on, hold
can
on,
I
hold
can
on.
I,
Why would
wait,
I
can I
magically
speak?
expect
Because
it to
wait,
change?
I just want to speak. Hold
But
on.
that's a good point.
All right.
Jordan Woods, not Judah. But continue.
When it comes to like a divisional game between the Ravens and the Steelers, I think it's already expected to know what we're already going to see, which is going to be a physical game, control of the ball, and whoever has the chance to win the ball, whether the defense makes a stop or not, is going to win the game. Ultimately, we could speak about situations that happen in the game, how they lost or whatnot, but that's what we see every single time that we see the Ravens and Steelers game. I think Justin Tucker missing those 2 big field goals obviously had a pivotal
He's been
change
missing
He's
in
been
how
King
they
doing
lost
that.
how they lost the game. But at the end of the day, that's that. Like Lamar should have done more to win the game. but he has a career 1-4. He's lost 4 games to the Steelers, so history has already shown that that team has their number regardless. So
You're not
did
making it.
this
You're not
game
making the
So
case for it.
you're making the
when
opposite argument actually, which you think you are.
when you look into when you take away like the ranking and you just put history into perspective, when it comes to this win or loss, like it's not crazy to say how they lost. Now I agree with Ari that loss to the Browns was inexcusable. That was pathetic, a pathetic loss. But when it comes to this loss, to drop them dramatically as well, I think the
It is 3
argument is
spots.
there for them because of the fact that
It's not dramatic. It's just
Yeah,
3
I
spots.
disagree
It
at
is
all. I
3
disagree
spots.
very
It's
heavily.
just 3 spots. The
It
Chiefs
is
got dropped what, 3 or 2?
3 spots as well. Like,
They were
Yeah,
one.
like
Yes, they got first
please,
spot.
like
it's not dramatic.
I just think it'd be a disservice to put him anywhere lower than 6.
My thing is that like you gotta fight. It's the same shit that we saw with the Niners earlier this year. Well, it's the Niners. Well, it's like Wes said, like, well, it's Lamar. Well, it's the Ravens. I think the Ravens, if they play to their full potential, beat most of these teams right now. I do. If they play to their full potential. Unfortunately, they've shown me that they're prone not to playing to their full potential just this season. As Wes pointed out, in these past 4 weeks, they've shown me that they're not able to, that they're not playing to their full potential. I get it. Matchups matter. The Ravens and the Steelers games are always tough. But we like we can't just ignore what we're seeing. Like we can't just say, oh, well, that's the past, when like the past has been very much present for the Ravens this year. And so like
Okay, so
you can't just say that
like,
part.
and
there's been
my
two.
thing is they have problems.
And then wait, and you hold on, Jordan. You also like I think you talked out of both sides of your mouth because you said don't use history, but then you brought up the fact that it's a divisional opponent. Like those are
Exactly, Jordan.
it's the same thing.
Nasty. It's very nasty.
Like my thing is, all right, you said Justin Tucker is missing kicks. He's been missing kicks all year. The penalties, they've been committing penalties all year.
All year.
Like their pass defense, it's been bad all year. Like
And
these
not
are
consistently playing into everything y'all said about the Eagles. It was Sirianni can apply to the fucking Ravens, and no one ever brings up the coaching part of it.
That's
I
what I
guess
was gonna
because
ask. I was
he's a
gonna
Super
ask that
Bowl
question.
champion.
I was gonna say
What Jordan just brought up with the special teams aspect and Justin Tucker not being reliable, and you know how that has come back to bite them this year. We're not discussing that the rate I think we should. And it's like when they win and they beat the shit out of teams and pummel teams and look like, you know, the best offense in the league, everything is cool and everybody's loud about them. And it's like, all right, Ravens, this is what we expect. And then when they don't do that, it's like, oh, well, they lost. You know, we don't want to overreact to it. We still believe in the Ravens. Boom, boom, boom. And we move on. Drop them a few spots. As soon as they get another good win, hey, the Ravens, we told y'all the Ravens are looking like the Ravens again. And then when it comes down to it, I think at some point again in the season, they will probably do the same thing over and over and over again. And then the notion that, hey, if they play on a neutral field against the Vikings, I'm taking the Ravens. Okay, take them. I don't know that they win that game, though. It is not. It's far from 100% that they win that game.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. That's far from 100%. I think the two things for me, I'm more willing to give grace when I can see the higher highs against difficult opponents, than the okay performances necessarily versus bad opponents. That's just me personally. And to your point, though, if I'm concerned about special teams, obviously the pass defense is a concern too. I am definitely afraid of what Sam Darnold is going to look like when it matters most, and I'm definitely afraid of the defense. Trying to high roll that blitzing scheme versus really good opponents. I'm concerned about what that looks like too. That being said, I'm perfectly fine if it's the Vikings here. I just would lean the Ravens based on the criteria a little bit more, and some of that is the subjective projection there. We're talking about that 20%.
I just don't like when we go against the criteria.
Now that I'm looking at it, we give the Ravens grace for losses more than any other team in the league because
that's not true.
Because even as you look at this, right, the Packers are 7-3. Obviously, they're not going to mention anywhere near here. The Commanders are also 7-4. They won't get mentioned anywhere near here. Obviously, Minnesota's 8-2. The Chargers are 7-3. The Texans are 7-4. Now, obviously, records aren't everything, but those 5 teams that I mentioned are probably probably got a spot or two at least until we mention it. So it's like it feels like win at some. There has to be a point where winning and losing has to matter.
Jordan, when they lost to the Raiders, bro, we gave them so much. Shit.
Yeah. So look,
like
all
11.
I'm saying is they do have some issues, and to me, I think they're 7 at least for now. And then when they play better, then they'll move up as we always do.
That was 3 weeks into the season, Zach. That's the only reason it's different. I think when they lost to the Raiders, they were 1-2 at that point now. That made them
like
1-2.
0-2 or something. Yeah,
no, they were 1-2. They lost to the Chiefs, won their second week matchup, and then lost to the Raiders. So at that point, they were 1-2. We were 3 weeks into the season. And
I think we played the Raiders week 2.
They played the Raiders week 2.
It was early.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So they started off with 2 losses. They started off 1-2 and then won week 3. Okay, and they went on an incredible win streak. They played teams that were good quality opponents, and they beat them. And then just flat out beat up on some of those teams. But yeah, the last 4 weeks, 2 losses, 1 really egregious loss. And despite, the way we speak about the Steelers in here at times, not saying all the time, but at times throughout the year, so it's not like like yesterday thing. Over the course of the season, people have not been high on the Steelers at all times. And then the Steelers go beat them. And it's like, you beat the Ravens. You can jump up 1 spot, Granted, I understand the teams that were ahead of them. I get it. But you jump up 1 spot, Ravens, you lose to the Steelers. We'll put you right behind the Steelers. The Vikings, you've been handling business pretty much all year. And in your 2 losses, I mean, both are by 1 possession. And one of them came on granted, you're not guaranteed to win the game if they call the penalty. But my gosh, a penalty should have been called, and you should have had an opportunity to go win that game, and you weren't. It was stripped away from you, so you probably still lose. But even in that loss, the game was stripped away. Like your chance to win, your chance to go be great, was taken from you. And I think those things matter, man.
And then the 2-point loss to Detroit.
But where are we?
Yeah. All right, so cool. Byron, you said Ev is too quiet because I learned over the last 2 years I'm gonna let people talk and have my emotions to the side, bro. I don't feel no type of way. We just did the same thing at spot 4 and 5, bro. They had a whole segment around the Chiefs and the Steelers, and they did the same thing at 6. At the end of the day, they already voted. Everybody in here that's on the stage talking already voted, and all the members in the chat. Ravens won 6-4, so it don't really make a difference. Ravens going to get slotted at 6. I'm assuming the Vikings will get slotted at 7. Unless anybody have a team that they would not put at 7, that's not the Vikings. Do anybody on stage have a team that's not the Vikings that they'll entertain at 7? Okay, so Vikings will go to 7.
Agent, I'm sorry, you just beat the who was the bad team that you lost? Jags. You beat the Jags with Mac Jones by 6 a week ago. What do you mean you're blowing everybody else out?
Who's that?
No, Agent.
Will anybody think Packers will go over Vikings? Just curious.
Did they play closer to close too?
Nah.
But the Packers wouldn't even. But to be honest, Ed, the Packers wouldn't even be the next team I'd put though.
Yeah, exactly. They barely beat the Bears. That was an embarrassing one. I'm not putting them.
Whoever that team is, whoever that team is, would you put them over the Vikings?
No,
I would have the Cardinals over the Vikings, but I'm not.
I was about to say, D-Mac, he said I said the Lions blowing everyone else out.
Oh, okay.
So Jordan Wilson, who would you put at 8?
Okay. I like the Chargers. I'm not even gonna hope but I don't know how people feel about that, but
that's your vote, bro. You good?
Yeah.
I will say I'm not feeling Packers over Vikings at all, head to head. And I'm gonna leave it there.
I thought it was the Vikings day.
Oh, okay. They are. I thought he asked.
I only asked for Jada asked. Who you got?
Okay. All right. But what are we feeling at 8? Or I'll go ahead and vote. I think the Packers or the Chargers or
the Cardinals were just on a bye, right? Yes.
They were on a bye.
They also lost to the Packers. So that's
the Cardinals lost to the Packers. I was just about to say, didn't the Cardinals lose to the Packers?
Yeah, they lost. So it's tough.
They lost to the Packers. Is there any other have the other teams played each other? Have they played the Chargers?
The Chargers also lost to the Cardinals.
The
Yeah,
Chargers
they
lost
beat
to
the
the Cardinals.
Chargers. That's why I got them next. They did.
Wasn't that already factored? Wasn't that factored in the previous week?
The funny thing is, I know that the
Yeah,
Cardinals
that's
over the
So
Chargers have been kind of why they've
I'm
been.
just trying to remember who played, what the last few weeks are. My brain is a little messed up.
This feels status quo to me. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at these three.
I think the
Okay, I'll check.
Look,
I mean, Cardinals are on a bye. Packers played close to the Bears. Chargers blew a lead, but played close to the Bengals. I personally would just keep it the way it is.
I think
what is it? It's Packers, Cardinals, Chargers.
Yeah,
I think that's a good argument. Low key.
I go Cardinals.
It's fine to keep it the same as well. I think. It's
fine. I'm fine with that as
with
well.
the Commanders at 8 and on down.
I was gonna say,
No.
What are we doing with the Commanders? Are we dropping them?
I'm buying my Charger stock right now. No,
Are we keeping? Are we trying to keep the Commanders over any
The
of those?
Commanders just lost to Philly. See?
To Philly.
Well, here's the issue. They lost to Philly close, or not close. It was garbage time. I'm not gonna say not close.
Yeah.
They also lost to the Steelers, who, those are 2 top 5 teams the last 2 weeks.
True.
I don't know if you guys would prefer them over any of those.
The Commanders also beat the Cardinals.
Oh,
they did. They beat the shit out of the Cardinals, didn't they?
Shit out of the Cardinals.
They beat the shit out of them.
So, and the reason why I bring that up
Wasn't the
is
Cardinals hurt that year,
how
Jordan? I think they had a couple injuries though.
So here's my thing. No, well, they're
Yeah,
getting
their defense wasn't
Lattimore.
healthy.
They obviously just got Lattimore, but my thing is now, obviously, head to head does matter, but how far does head to head matter? Because that Chargers Cardinals game was like week 4.
It was weeks ago.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know if
like
the Cardinals were healthy, were they?
The Cardinals were healthy at that time.
Commanders Cardinals game was
You said
also.
they weren't, or they were?
That's a
They
wild-
were. They were.
So
Fully? Okay.
that was at the time when the Cardinals weren't that good, and then obviously the Cardinals have kind of built on a win streak. And to me, that's kind of the same argument in my mind with the whole Chargers thing, because I know the Cardinals beat them, but the Chargers have kind of been building some wins together, and I feel like the Chargers are better than when they faced the Cardinals. So that's why I was like,
it's not fair to say with the Cardinals, though. I get you. The Cardinals were not that good, okay? Like
The Cardinals game was more.
No. When I say that, I'm saying because teams get better, right? And I'm saying like you can face so for instance, right?
I mean, the Cardinals are on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah, they're playing at a much better level.
Yeah, so
And, I mean, if you want to look at it this way, go ahead, Wes.
Excuse me, my fault, Ari. But the real argument for that game with the Chargers and the Cardinals is more so about how beat up the Chargers were when they played. And I think Justo was dealing with some ailments in that game as well. So but again, I don't think it's fair to I don't think it's fair to take credit away from the Cardinals. But I get where Jordan is going, because things do change over the course of a season. But I think it's more so us not seeing the Cardinals play this week. It's kind of how it goes when teams have bye weeks. Sometimes they get passed up, or looked over, looked past, whatever, and it may not be fair. So,
the Chargers play the Ravens this week. Okay.
Chargers play the Ravens, and then I think the
Cards they play Seahawks. Yeah, and then they play
the Cards play the Seahawks, and then the Packers play the
49ers.
No, they play the Niners.
49ers.
I mean,
y'all can do what y'all want.
I'm keeping it the same.
Yeah, I'll put the Cards at 8, man. I think they're just playing at a better level than both teams.
You're taking who over all 3 of those teams, Jordan?
I'm taking the Commanders, and I'm dropping them below all 3 of them other teams.
That's a fair point.
I mean, because it looks like when the Commanders play competent defenses.
So you're putting them at 10? You're putting them at 10 or 11?
Wherever, no, that's 11, right?
That would be 11, yeah.
Yeah.
They've lost 2 in a row.
All right, so Wes, who'd you vote at 8?
Oh, okay.
And
also, members in the chat, feel free.
Team.
The Packers. Okay, members in the chat, feel free to drop your vote. Members in the chat, feel free to drop your vote. Jordan Woods, who would you put at 8?
Let's see, Packers.
To me, it's tough. I haven't seen the Commanders beat a good opponent yet this season, and that's really the thing that to me would drop them.
Well, they beat the Cardinals.
Right.
I'm just saying they did beat the Cardinals. If
They
we
got to
were
stop.
doing the
These people got to
conversation.
stop playing each other because it's annoying. No, I'm. That's a fair point.
But I mean, I do get what you're saying. The within the Eagles, the Steelers, and the Ravens, they've
I don't
lost
think
all three of those
you think their
games.
quarterback is healthy?
So
Jaden, no, I don't think he's healthy.
No.
That's another thing that I factor in.
Yeah.
If you use transitive property, the Packers beat the Cardinals.
No,
No.
we're gonna end up in the same place because they've all beat each
Yeah,
other.
they've all beat each other.
They've all beat each other.
Makes no sense.
D-Mac, who you got at 8?
You said who?
Who you got at 8, D-Mac?
I think that what Jordan says is probably the best way just to do this, even though I'm a little bit iffy on Packers' resume, but Packers 8 for me.
All right. Jordan Wilson, who you got at 8?
I'm not gonna lie. I think the Chargers are the best team out of those 4 teams right now. But that's me. I know a lot. That's not popular, but I think if they played right now, they got the best defense of the 4 teams, and they got a quarterback who's kind of on a roll right now. So I'm going with the Chargers.
All right. And then Mazak and Ari, Joe. I think she's my vote with the Packers.
If I'm voting to keep the next to drop the Commanders and then move the other 3. That was my vote.
Your vote is the Packers. All right.
Yeah, I just can't read that small thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cardinals. I just think Collie just been playing at a better level than all 3 QBs, and I think they were on a roll 4-game win streak, and I think they head to head they should beat their remaining teams.
All right, Joe, who you got?
I got the Chargers, bro. I think nobody expected them to be at this many wins at this many time, and I think just like it's a testament to the coach how good the team has turned around to be this year.
All right, Packers won at 8. Chargers and Cardinals both are at a tie so far as far as the tally votes. So if I re-ask you, don't mind me, please. I'm sorry. Members, I'm asking y'all one more time in the chat. Can y'all let me know who y'all got at 9? When it comes to Chargers and Cardinals, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Cardinals. So I'm gonna add my vote from the Packers to the Cardinals, and I'm gonna go ahead and circle to West. So I know West and Jordan Wood. So I know we're Packers. Let me just retally everything over so I don't lose anything. Y'all can read. Members, feel free to redo 9 for me, please. I'm doing it all over again. So myself, Cardinals. I just heard Jordan Woods, Cardinals, and the West. Who would you have at 9? Jordan Wilson. Who would you have at 9?
I'm gonna stick with the Chargers.
And then Joe, Chargers, and then Mazak, Cardinals. D-Mac, who?
I'm gonna go with the. God dang it! I agree with George's argument. I think the Chargers are the best team of that bunch, and I don't have a good way of tiebreaking between any of them. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers at 8.
All right, Cardinals. West, one more time. West, who you got? If you there. All right, West is not there. Russ and Justin in the chat. I got y'all. West vote wouldn't change anything. Cardinals have 5, Chargers have 3. So we'll go ahead and go with the Cardinals at 9. Chargers will most likely get penciled at 10. With Jordan Woods' argument, he will shift. I will shift to the Chargers as well, and the Commanders. I'm not gonna say Commanders, but then we get to 11. Let me say that. We get to 11.
Commanders or Texans?
And then it comes to the Commanders or Texans. I'm going to say Commanders. Yeah.
That Texans loss to the Jets is sticking in my craw still.
I forgot about that loss. Oh, damn.
For the whole season, I'm gonna say Commanders. I'm gonna stick with Commanders right here.
I think I'm gonna lean Commanders too.
Yeah.
That means the Texans stay where they were, right?
Basically.
Yeah, they stay where
they
they
didn't
were.
play didn't play nobody. Ooh, the Broncos.
Wait a minute. Commanders.
The Broncos.
Is that Swiper?
Who they beating this year?
Is that Swiper?
Yeah,
yes. No one. That's why they got dropped.
They beat the Bengals.
They beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, and they beat the Cardinals too.
Wait, what? And why are the Cardinals so high? With 6-4?
4-game win streak.
Because people believe
And people Swiper, people not gonna drop them because they run a bye. It's very hard to just penalize a team that's on a 4-game win streak and be like, well, you're on a bye, and
it's not fair, isn't it?
What's their record?
They're 6-4.
6-4.
And without real, who did they beat this year?
Who, the Cardinals?
Yeah.
They beat the Chargers.
Okay, so who
Well,
did the
everything else
Chargers?
matters.
Okay, and so who did the
Matters.
Chargers beat this year? Since that's what we're doing. Because I'm looking at their schedule and they beat nobody. I'm literally looking at their schedule right now.
Yeah, they beat the best thing I think they beat is the Broncos when the PS2 wasn't there, and they beat the they beat Jets by 1. They
First one is the Broncos, and then maybe the Bengals.
Then maybe
the Bengals, yeah. But that Bengals game don't count, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
And then all of the three teams have beaten each other at some way, shape, or form.
But I also think for the Chargers.
Oh, Wes is back. Wes, you cut out.
Yeah, you're cut out right now, Wes, if you're talking. I don't like.
Somebody also, not somebody, established mentioned in the chat that the Commanders haven't beat a team. I know we're not on them, but the Commanders have not beat a team with a winning record this year.
That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't be this high. We were just
The Commanders aren't this high. They're not there.
Yeah, I'm saying they shouldn't even. I mean,
they got dropped in last.
They're dropping. I think you might be looking at the old list. Like, look at the half.
Yeah, I'm probably am. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say no. They're not. They're not there.
All right, so Wes, who you got at 11?
What's cut out
Wait,
again?
what's the Ravens record? 6-4?
Agent, no, they did not.
7-4.
7-4.
7-4.
Ooh, child.
All right, Jordan Woods, who you got at 11?
Hold on real quick. Don't say it again, Swiper.
Wait.
I got 11. Yeah, probably Commanders.
Wait, right. Can I ask a question, Jordan? Why are the Ravens so high?
No, you said woo child. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Cool. Why are the Ravens so high?
Why are the Ravens so high?
Yeah, they're 7-4 with some horrible losses, and they're in front of a Vikings team that's 8-2.
We had a whole conversation around this Swiper for about 20 minutes. The Ravens had more votes to get slotted. If the Vikings would have got slotted at 6, the Ravens more likely would have been 7. But yeah, we had a whole conversation.
That's cool, but they're 7-4 with some pretty disappointing losses on the course.
Anything that you want to say, it was said. Trust me, people said it already. As far as the losses to the Browns, the Raiders game, and then obviously the close game with the Steelers, but still losing to the Steelers. Ultimately, they just still went out when it comes to the voting.
I think
to me, I favor the Texans here. I think that some of the up and down play that you've seen, specifically from their offense, not having Nico, obviously missing Mixon early on in the season, we've seen what kind of difference he can make in a game. I think their defense is better than the Commanders. I truthfully do feel that way. I think their offense is just as good as the Commanders once they get Nico back, in my personal opinion. So for me, I'd have the Texans here at 11 over the Commanders. I also think, they were able to beat the Bills. Commanders' best win to this point has been, the Cardinals, right? So, yeah, I'd favor the Texans here at 11.
Yeah, getting Nico back is huge. And the Commanders have kind of I think we've kind of midnight is kind of struck on the Commanders in terms of it was a great surprise team. We reward them for, how much above expectations they were, but now that they've started to play some of the good teams in the league, they've kind of come back to earth. So
I do think that they're going to come off of this Thursday game. They're going to have a mini bye week. They play this week, so they're going to have a mini bye week here coming up. They've got 3 easy opponents coming up after that as well. I think that they're the healthier Jaden Daniels that puts them back into conversations trying to get into that top 10 down the stretch of the season. So I won't say the clock struck midnight, but for right now, I would have them behind the Texans.
All right, Joe, who you got?
Texans.
Mazak?
Commanders.
Ari?
They both remind me a lot of each other. I can't put the Broncos here.
You can put whoever you want.
You can if you want to.
That's my vote.
Interesting.
Support 9-9 gimmick. I get it.
You know it. You know it. You know it.
Swiper, did you want to vote with the rest of the rankings?
Just through 15, yeah, sure. I think Texans can go 11. I think we need some reordering in the middle. The Texans are fine at 11.
Texans went out at 11. We get to 12. My personal vote is the Commanders. I know Jordan Wilson was the Commanders. Jordan Woods, I'm sorry, was the Commanders. Jordan Wilson, who you got at 12?
No, this is respectfully, this is easily Broncos. Commanders have a horrible schedule and been declining, and the quarterback plays the worst. And the defense.
Ari and Swiper Broncos. Jordan Wilson, who you got at 12?
Let me see. We had
members in the chat. Y'all can't vote. Members in the chat. Y'all can't vote. Jaja, I got you.
The one thing I will say is that the Broncos have failed to have like a bad loss this season. They've all lost to representative teams, in my opinion, Seahawks, but they were on the road to start week 1.
And they beat, quote unquote, better. All right. I'm not going to say good teams.
I was going to say that their best win is the healthy Buccaneers or the Falcons last week.
Yeah.
Between them.
Who was also healthy.
You're also healthy, Falcons team. So I don't know how you feel like favoring that over the Chargers or the Commanders beating the Cardinals. Take your pick on how you want to favor that from that standpoint.
I mean, 8-13 though, after losing to Philly would be a pretty steep drop.
No swipe, but it's a loss.
I think most. I can't speak for other people. I can only speak on what I did. Y'all weren't healthy. Was Bijan playing? Was Drake playing? Was Kyle Pitts there?
Who were the Falcons missing?
That don't mean nothing. Ari, there's more to that.
Who the fuck was missing?
I might have missed it on who they were missing. I generally am asking.
Who was out then?
It was hard to tell who was there.
All their best players were there, including all their DBs were there. So I don't know.
Okay. That's all I need.
What about the week before? Didn't they lose week before?
The Falcons got
no. Didn't they play? They played the Cowboys. No, you talking about the Falcons?
They lost 2 in a row.
Justin, I'm gonna need you to stop laughing, and I'm gonna need you to tell me who wasn't healthy.
The Falcons were missing D. Alford, Mike Hughes, Antonio Hamilton Sr., Troy Anderson, and a bunch of no names.
Bro, you just
okay. Thank you.
So I'm sorry.
So Matthew Judon was there. Jesse Bates was there. AJ Terrell was there. Drake London was there. Kyle Pitts was there. Your fucking quarterback was there, and your fucking running back was there. So why the fuck are we? We had a lot of people missing. Well, bitch, so did the Saints then. At this point,
Justin, I'm
like,
sorry.
What are we doing?
You can save that fucking health argument, nigga. I ain't got my heart.
Crazy.
Save that shit.
No, we're not.
The Broncos won at 12 regardless. They got a lot of votes. I would assume the Commanders would be 13.
Not mad at that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And then we get to 14, and then I'm thinking.
Don't y'all do it? Don't y'all fucking do it?
Rams
probably.
Yeah.
D-Mac, what are you about to say? Don't put the Seahawks?
Don't you fucking say Seahawks.
I think
you still in your Seahawks fan?
I'm still they fucking still pissed me off.
And just again, this is just for informational sake. Just for informational sake, but if you do EPA, which I know is full of a lot of stuff.
EPA don't work in here after yesterday.
The teams all in the positive EPA tier, offense and defense, are the Lions, Vikings, Eagles, Green Bay, the Bills, Kansas City, and San Francisco. So I know that. I know people don't really want to put San Fran on there right now, but because they just lost. But they're another team remaining.
I think 50.
Thanks for the information, though. I'm not doing it.
You got to start winning games. You can't use the health excuse last week versus Seattle. You got to win games.
No, fair.
All right. So are we doing Rams or Seattle at 14?
Rams.
Rams actually beat them too.
They did.
Puka got ejected.
Yeah, the Rams. It's so funny. I miss some things. I don't know what happened. Like when I'm in StreamYard for too long, it'll just crash. But the Rams, man, that Miami loss really kills them. Like
it is.
Because gosh, and I think they're a much better team than they showed in that game. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the fact that it was a Monday night game. I'm not sure. But man, that loss changes how we would look at them in the rankings, and I think their outlook on the season in terms of their wiggle room to, lose a game here or there. Because dang, that's a game they really need it. But it is what it is. But yeah, I think
Could you say that and I'm only saying this because I saw this literally in YouTube yesterday. could you say, or not you playback yesterday? Could you say the Miami's getting better now that Tua is back and Tyreek is actually now catching footballs and Jalen Waddle is catching football and they're able to use Devon A. Chain kind of like in the way that they
Yes.
were earlier this season? Could you say that this isn't the Miami team from like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and so the loss
Yeah.
to that Rams loss to Miami doesn't look as bad?
Look, Ari,
It was
Nah,
I'm not.
it
well,
was the
well, go
way
ahead.
they lost.
I'll answer.
I don't think it was so much that they lost. It was the fact that
Okay.
their offense didn't even put up a touchdown.
There
Oh,
we go.
fair.
They just
Fair. Okay.
that was a
They just
game because they just looked really really bad, and I also don't think Miami played exceptionally well. It was more so like, damn, the Rams just didn't show up to that game. It was like kind of odd because it even with Tua being back, their offense is definitely a lot better, right? But it hasn't been the eye-popping, gaudy numbers for like Tyreek and Waddle. He looks like he may not want to play football anymore. I don't know what's happened to him. So it's not the usual way that they've won, like in previous weeks or years. With okay, Tyreek is just uncoverable. Like he's just gonna run past everybody. Tua's gonna get him the ball. McDaniels is gonna drop some things for his pass catchers to just consistently get open deep, boom, boom, boom. It hasn't been that. It's been a different style. So I still, look at it a little differently. But I
Both
get
quarterbacks
you.
in that Dolphins Rams game, Tua had a 29.6 QBR. Holy like, bro, both quarterbacks were actually bad in that game. That is actually like,
Yeah, Ari,
No, okay.
I'm just concerned
Yeah.
that the Dolphins are fuck around, go out next week and lose to the Patriots, and we'll be like, oh well, shit.
I mean, yeah, very, very true. I was only asking. I don't necessarily believe that line of thought, but I do know there were people yesterday that were saying, "Well, the Dolphins are getting better. They're becoming a better
The
team." So
Rams are
maybe it's
in
not all that.
games with teams they shouldn't be in games with all the time. Y'all can do that,
Okay.
Rams thing if y'all want to. I will not be fooled. They look flashy and all that. Their offense, when they have everybody, you look up, they down 6 or barely up. I'm cool on them.
Well, I mean,
They can be in the
it's very
15.
it's very
But
iffy, but we're into this situation where all these teams are iffy. If you're asking me, I think their offense is good. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball. They have the ability with their defensive line to affect games on that side of the ball.
I'm not speaking on the power rankings, D-Mac. I'm just speaking on them as a team. They can go right here. That's cool.
No, I
I'm
think
just,
it's
yeah.
I think
mean,
that's a fair criticism.
now to
San
this point though,
Francisco.
you look up and the Patriots have a chance to win the game, go get a game-winning touchdown drive and win the game.
You're not
Yeah,
going.
it's like
Wait, are we not going to hear it's a divisional game?
No, I'm
That
talking about for the
No,
Rams.
Rams and
the
not
Rams.
going to
No,
count.
no, I was saying
Oh, okay.
the Rams played the Patriots.
Yeah,
I'm saying the Patriots actually had a
Didn't
chance.
somebody just say they're going to lose to Miami next week?
No,
Didn't
I
Miami
said that
going to lose
I would
to?
say for the Dolphins, you could fuck around and be like, oh, they lost to the Patriots, and be like,
That's
oh,
what I was saying, Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Jordan,
My
that
bad.
game proved that game was emblematic of who they are, bro. They Puka Guardy numbers, Cutball Guardy numbers, Stafford having a great game versus, and then you look up, oh, Patriots got the ball with a chance to win somehow. Okay, interesting. That's who they
Yeah.
are.
Gotcha.
All right, 15. Are we Seahawks or another team?
No, there's a vote here.
prefer to put the Falcons here.
Hold
but
on, let me look at the teams in the league.
Yeah,
I'll
Seahawks,
vote.
Falcons.
The Falcons are on a
losing streak.
2-game losing streak. Fucking
I
losers.
know. I try to keep fucking losing
Let's see.
games.
Well, the Seahawks like dismantled the Falcons not too long ago. Well, kind of too long ago now, but
The Seahawks and the Falcons play.
yeah, the
they beat
Seahawks
them by
beat them
20.
Seahawks beat them by
I say the
20.
Seahawks. I say the Seahawks.
They
Me too.
beat them by
Me
how
too.
much?
They beat
It's
them
the
by 20.
Seahawks.
I
I
can't
got
vote
the
for the
Hawks.
Falcons in
Nigga,
good faith
what?
because of that over the Seahawks, so I will vote for the
For me,
Colts
it's the Seahawks.
because I cannot vote
Just
for the
kidding.
Seahawks.
Jordan Woods, Seahawks. Jordan Wilson, who you
D-Mac is
got?
funny.
I refuse.
It's the. Hold up, I had to go
Hold
see
on, give
what
me
is
1 second. I'm looking
Indianapolis
at
been doing. We doing the Colts. That's for those that.
No, hold
I'm
on.
doing the Colts because I can't vote for the Seahawks.
I'm
Let's see.
gonna
So
do the Falcons.
let's
JK.
see. Dolphins or they're still 4-6. Never mind. Hold on. Niners.
Niners.
I'm not doing the Niners.
Not. Yeah.
What if I write in Jamar Chase? If
That'd be hilarious. The Bengals, bro. The Bengals
Hold
should
on,
be
niggas are
here.
voting
So
for
can
the
I say
Niners
it's
at
really
15.
nice. The Colts have
No, it
started.
was just Joe.
The Colts are
Oh.
starting the better
that's-
Nah, the
quarterback.
Seahawks just beat them.
They lost to 3
Joe, you
tough
can't be
teams,
serious, bro.
and they're about to get blown out by the Lions. But after that, no.
After all that,
Um,
who did the Seahawks play this week?
the
They play. Oh, the Niners. I'm stupid.
Niners on the road.
I couldn't find it on the schedule. My brain was a little lost.
I mean,
Seahawks lost to the Bills. Got destroyed by the Bills.
it's like
Lost
Kittle
to
was
the
out, but do I really care
Rams.
at this point? Yeah, it might as well put Seattle there. I'm not even gonna hold you. It is what it is.
Were the Niners on this list? Oh, they
Give me
were.
a good reason why the Niners shouldn't be there.
They were on this list. The
All right.
Colts.
Oh, you want?
Because
I can give you.
y'all
I can give you
Because
suck.
5
Seattle
reasons.
just beat you.
Y'all
Yeah.
suck. That's why. Like,
Hey Joe, I can give you 5 reasons if you want.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's Seattle. Neither, like at 15, there isn't a good option left. It's either Atlanta, Seattle, or the Niners. And actually, I'm
Seahawks.
also not mad at Atlanta. Like Atlanta just got their ass kicked, but I'm not.
I'm not
going
mad at
Niners for
Atlanta
sure.
either.
I'm
But the
not
funny
going
thing-
Niners for sure.
But like
no
the Seahawks beat
world.
the
where I go
Seahawks beat
Niners.
the Falcons. The Seahawks beat the 49ers. Yeah, like you might
What
as
the
well.
hell did this game happen? And where was I?
Oh, there it is, Jordan. The Seahawks have the head-to-head against both teams. The Seahawks.
there we go. Yeah.
Bingo.
Yep.
Okay, well, yeah, just go ahead and do that. That's fine. I don't care.
Yep.
All right. Everybody that
I
came
see
through
Ross
today.
saying Colts, but I'm not there yet.
Same.
Yeah, neither am I.
Should have put the Broncos.
Hey, look, the Colts play the Lions. You see, there's your chance to get on the rankings right there.
Yeah, no, they're gonna get their ass beat, but you know, they'll get the shit smacked out of them.
All right. So this is the
Don't say
top
that,
15.
bro.
This is the top 15 weekly fact and stats power rankings. I do want to say I do appreciate everybody that came through so far to the show, talking about the Cowboys and Texans game, dive into the fact and stats fantasy football league, and then also doing that weekly top 15 power rankings. I do want to make one more announcement for anybody that anybody that typically I would say NBA talks right here, because I'm not going to continuously start the show here, have a title here, and then move NBA to playback. So NBA, I'm not going to keep doing that. If I want to grow YouTube, stay with YouTube, I'm going to have to stick with YouTube and not let people pick and choose where they want to come or where they want to come on the stage and talk at. I would be appreciative of whoever's on the stage, whether that's just me and a couple other people, or me and 5 other people, or me and one other person. So everybody that came through today so far, thank you. I'm also going to say, if you are in here and you are new, don't forget the show is live every single day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time on YouTube. And I'm not going to keep switching between the two. Playback will be mainly for the watch parties and probably like a gambling segment before the games. So keep that in mind. But today I am going to do it one more time. Not one more time, but for today. I don't know about the future, but I am going to move the NBA 11-18 recap to playback and not YouTube today. But again, I am going to lean away from switching between the two as I'm trying to continue to focus and grow on YouTube as well. So with that being said, if you are in here, one, thank you for taking a part in the power rankings. It truly means a lot to me. If you also do not forget to subscribe to the platform, to check out Fact and Stats on YouTube, to become a member, to check out the website, etc. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move the show to playback. Again, that's playback.tv/facts and stats. Playback.tv/facts and stats. We're going to talk about the NBA games from last night and then talk about the Cavs and Celtics matchup and also NBA Cup Day 3 today as well. So thank y'all for all the support. It truly means a lot to me. Playback.tv/facts and stats is where the show will be shifting. And thank y'all for tapping in today. It was a great day. So thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in playback.